watch this. Um, in my heart, people are watching this. Um,
How many viewers have you actually got?
Viewers is a technical term. Actually, I'll just have a look because some people from the other game have started watching these as well.
Well, I'm intrigued to see how our fame is spreading.
Very poorly right now, very very poorly. Apparently, on my stream, my total views is 166. Now, how many of those are of me testing? I don't know. But right now, currently none. But we may have one or two watchers. Someone watched the Shadows, the what's it called? Someone watched the Thursday game.
Princes of the Apocalypse.
That's the one. Thank you. Anyway, diving right into it, so a quick recap of the last session. So on the last session, you guys kind of gathered yourselves up after felling the mighty red dragon and headed towards the city of Waterdeep, stumbling across the pretty much ruined village of Lelian on the way, after finding it had been hit by some kind of volcanic explosion, raining ash, dust, and various bits of debris all around, which may or may not have been your fault. I say may or may not be. Probably was your fault. And they were in the process of recovering what they could and evacuating to other cities such as Waterdeep and Netherwinter.
Well, better place.
Yeah. Attempting to help the villagers, you set off to find the lost horses, and failed miserably as they disappeared. Oh, it does. As they disappeared into somewhere. Spent a night in the mire of dead men, fought off some aqua zombies, and made Hasai very unhappy because he had to sit in a damp cave. After that, moved on to the city of Waterdeep, passing through some farmland. Also passed a small refugee camp that had been stationed outside the city, but managed to talk your way into the city by talking to the guards. Once in the city, travelled to the slaughtered lamb. Now, I'm going to keep swapping between slaughtered calf and slaughtered lamb. It's the same place, I apologise. I just make it up as I go along. But you made your way to the slaughtered lamb inn, where Elland engaged in gladiatorial combat with the half-orc known as Kindar, and became champion of the battle square. I'm not quite a circle because it's a square. And it's all good. While after this, Aishi went off to get some new gloves. They're currently in the process of being made at the smithies, while Hasai and Temerity went and met Wes in Wes's Wondrous Wares in the market square, and Grimble disappeared off to the menagerie to basically acquire shape-shifting forms.
Yeah.
After placing a few orders, doing a few bits and bobs, everyone kind of reconvened back. Oh, and you also went to the Slayer's Took, meeting their guild master, a dragonborn known as Treve, who offered you the chance to join the guild for the sum of 100 gold pieces, to start off as a bit of a monthly subscription, and to embark on, gives you access to their bounty board. Looking at bounty board, you did get a few ideas and quests from there, which if you look in your handout section, I have written up for you. I've also amended the rewards to it as well, because they're pretty piddling. So, for example, the cockatrice, I think it was originally 200 gold, that's now 400. The Bandit Lord is, I think, 600, 500 for the Bandit Lord, and the Kryptgarden Escort quest is 600 gold, and there's also a bit of information about those. So, if you are looking to take those up, you will have to look to join up with the Slayer's Took Guild.
Yeah, I was mentioned at first. It looks like the price of joining wouldn't have actually covered us for like doing anything.
It would have done, because you still would have made, even if you just done one of them, you would have made your money back, and more. But it was pretty piddling, because he did say, yeah, we have high rewards, and here's a reward of 200 gold for 6 people. It was pretty shit. So they've been in the latest patch run, rewards have been tweaked. And that is pretty much where I left off. So where we are at the moment, everybody is currently in the Slaughtered Lamb Inn, having returned after their various excursions. and it's probably evening time now. You've also rented rooms, a bed and breakfast within the inn where you can spend the night. So, what would you like to do?
Are we all sitting around together, or where are we?
It looks so at the moment, as far as I'm aware, Elland and Kinder are still at the bar, having their chat with their giant-sized tankards, and the rest of you are kind of milling around in the middle of the bar. And Grimwater's kind of apparently stood gingerly by the door because he's like, I don't want to be in here. I want to moonwalk out of here at the earliest notice.
I sort of want to try out this tent. This tent sounds awesome.
Can anyone remember the magic word?
Kablamite.
Nope.
I'm glad Charles remembers it because I've actually
it's
forgotten.
Kablooey or Klabam. I think it's Kablooey, isn't it?
Charles, where have you got the tent at the moment? It's not in your hand, is it?
In the bag of holding.
That's all right then.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm fully aware that Muppet is going to set that off at the slightest provocation.
But yes, you did acquire also a magic tent from Wes's Wanderer's Wares. But
And at some point, I intend to try it out before I use it for real to discover just how defective it is.
This is what this is genuinely what I wanted to do. I wanted to try out the tent.
Yes, not in a bar.
Shall we go outside and try the tent?
We will try it when we're outside the city, and we aren't going to embarrass ourselves in front of potential people who might pay us money.
I have been
I found
fighting
a
all
good
this time. I
parking
don't
area.
actually know what the tent does. What is it for?
Basically, you say this magic word to the tent, and it erupts, and you don't have to put it together because it just like magics itself into a tent, and then you say the word again, and it rolls back up.
I don't remember ever saying that the word to close it was the same as the word to open it.
You just said there was a magic word.
Anyway,
So it's just a big tent that inflates itself.
Yes.
it's,
Cool.
It's if I remember correctly, it's about 15 foot by 15 foot. It's quite a large tent as well.
Ah, it
The
looks
idea
like
being is I didn't want to spend another night being cold and damp, so I bought
Yeah.
a magical thing. Of course, considering the price I paid, I'm expecting there to be undocumented features.
It's not a bug; it's a feature. Sincerely, Microsoft.
No, it's literally a bug. There are bugs inside the tent.
Anyway, so right now, time-wise, it's probably about 5 o'clock in the evening after you've all wandered around, done all your bits and bobs. So you've got a bit of time if you want to do something this evening, or you can retire for an early night. You have had quite a long day because you have travelled all the way to Waterdeep as well.
Well, I think we'll probably have a relatively early night, because I'd imagine a lot of us are somewhat knackered. But though it does raise the question of, I take it we are all formally deciding that we want to become a collective adventuring party and maybe take on some of these quest things that the Slayer took. Does everybody actually want to do this?
And it seems like a pretty good idea to me. It'd get us out and about, and that's what my character wants to do anyway, to be fair. He wants to get out and about.
Yeah, same. Like, I'm not necessarily about making money, but like to have some would be helpful, and my skills lend themselves to that sort of lifestyle. So yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. You seem to have made yourself a new friend as well. Do you want to be part of this?
Well, I did ask him. He didn't seem keen last time, but maybe you could convince him. My charisma is not so high.
Nor is mine.
As long as I get a share of the money. Enough to buy
I
alcohol.
think part of it is, if we are staying together, what exactly do we want out of staying together?
Well,
My reason for coming along on this adventure, and to begin with, I believe would have been to fund my hermitage.
So yeah, you're looking for a bit of pocket money, a bit of money.
I just want to not be lonely.
Forever alone.
So I'm looking for an opportunity to develop my skills and become the master blade dancer that I'm destined to be. But yes, and you seem to be a good bunch to hang around with.
That's where Temerity says at this point, well, if we're going to be an adventuring band, we need a name.
That's
Thank you for
actually
bringing
not
this
a
up.
bad idea.
Any suggestions, anybody?
The letter K comes to mind.
You can't be the Special K group.
You're not the special K.
You can be whatever you want.
Well, if we are effectively going to be touting our services as capable adventurers,
Oh god.
Please, please.
well,
The
I believe it.
Adventurers with a K.
I believe it is something about marketing and things like that that you're meant to have a name and a slogan and other such tacky things. But
Any suggestions, anybody?
Yeah, at the minute, I'm already decided. I'm sat drawing a team logo for the Capable Adventures.
well,
Fine. I can't argue. I can't argue because I haven't got a better name. So fine.
Please, someone get a better name.
well, I don't think we need to announce it just yet. I mean, the Slayers will just take will effectively act as an intermediary. But when we're dealing with people directly, we should probably have something a bit more imposing than us bunch.
What about Elland and the rest of them?
Ellen and friends.
We could all become members of the Order of the Mutant. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm technically the leader of it now. So,
You're the leader of it.
well, I'm the only one left. So,
Oh, jeez.
Technically.
Yeah.
Very small order then.
Can you
You
teach
could all
us
join
the
Almost a
electric
side
system
order.
move?
I could show you how to do it at some point, maybe.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Oh god. A barbarian mutant with the ability
Oh, yeah.
to light the weapons on fire and take no damage. I'm scared. Oh, wait. Anyway,
Mutants are us.
if you so yeah, have a keep an eye on the name. Is there anything more you want to do tonight?
Drink.
I think it's just a matter of time before Aishi sets off the tent at an inopportune moment. So let's go outside the city walls, find somewhere relatively quiet, and set it up.
We don't know how to put it down again.
Well, we're going to learn, aren't we?
Okay, fine. Yeah, we could do that. Something kind of, tame for the evening. That'd be good.
Okay, so you
that's what
guys
we
make your way outside the city. Let's redo your token. Let's go to you. You should be able to drop most of you on the map, but if those of you who aren't, if you just drop yourselves on in the normal fashion.
I've forgotten how I do this. I drag something, don't I? But
If you go into the journal, find your character. So just
Yeah.
highlight over it so it's blue. So highlight over the words and then click and drag that onto the map.
there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm just doing it now.
I need to fix your token as well because I had part of it hidden to start with. There we go. Well, it's just hidden for me apparently.
Ah.
Okay, you on there, Aishi? Yep. So you're outside the city. It's it's dusky time, so you still got a bit of dim light. There are several torches, lighting the gate in the road ahead, so you can see pretty well. There are several wide open spaces where you could, in theory, erect a tent.
I think I'd like to try and do it somewhere away from people so that our inevitable embarrassment is not seen by too many important people.
Well, you can see because this is quite far away. So, I mean, from where you are, I mean, if you went you can go off the map if you want, and we'll just assume you're on the map still, or you can hide behind a tree, or a bush, or something like that.
All right, about round about here.
Sorry, I didn't
North.
quite see where that is. If you want to move yourself to it.
So if I wander along here, and I will stand here and put the thing there.
You put the thing there. For those of you viewing at home, this is Corey's idea of a logo. I feel like you're speaking to yourself. Okay, so you want to. So you want to make yourself. You want to put up the tent up here, yes?
Yes. So we'll
I'm going to do it.
I'll let Aishi do it. I will hand it to him and let him walk around, put it down, and set it up as he sees fit. And as I watch from a suitable 15-foot distance.
I walk over, I grab the tent, and I put it on a spot in the ground, sort of further away than normal, just to make sure, and say...
The item itself is like a roll... is probably what you'd expect to be like if you imagine like a rolled-up sleeping bag, that's what it's kind of in the state it's in at the moment.
With that, I then take several steps back and shout Kablooey.
You shout Kablooey. Okay. Yeah. So as you shout, for a second, not a lot happens. Then it starts to almost the small bag starts to quiver, kind of shakes a little bit, almost like to a drum roll. You can't hear it, but you imagine this is if a drum roll was appropriate at any time, it would be now. And then poof, big puff of purplish smoke, and in front of you, I broke it. Appears a 15-foot by 15-foot bright purple tent.
Ooh.
Scrawled along the sides of it says in bold, almost flashing yellow letters, "Wes's Wondrous Wares." Flashing, almost like a neon sign.
What have you bought?
With that, I walk inside the tent to see what it's like on the inside.
Okay, so as you enter the tent, it's quite a spacious tent. It is about 15 foot by 15 foot. You can see it's pretty bare inside at the moment. There's not a lot in there. There's a few. It does come with a few basic cots, so like camping put together cots, and you see there's currently 6 in there. But apart from that, there's not a lot.
Is there a doggy bed that we can use for Ferris?
I'm sure you could probably find one to put in there.
So, am I right in thinking that anything we put in here and then close it down again will stay in there?
We don't know yet.
Maybe. It didn't come with a manual.
How much did you pay for this?
100 gold pieces.
Oh my god, that's more than I own.
Yes. Well, it's worth it to be nice and warm and dry. Just because we're off killing things does not mean that we have to live like... Sorry, I didn't... I wanted to say barbarians, but...
I stalk in and, like, mooch around and just be like, generally displeased with the whole thing.
Yes, it is rather vivid, isn't it?
I wouldn't recommend using this out in the wilderness. You might draw attention to us.
I'm just running around the tent going, "This is awesome!"
Yeah,
we dye it black or something?
Well,
cover it in deer skin or something.
Well, I think, as Aishi pointed out, the first thing to establish is, now we've put it up and we know what it looks like, is how do we take it down again?
With that,
Yes.
I take a couple of steps back in the other direction and I say Kablooey again. And I then turn to her side and say, "Everyone's out of the tent, right?"
Yes, everyone was out of the tent when we did that.
So as you emit the command word Kablooey, nothing happens.
Okay, right. I'm going to walk over to it and see if I can see if there's any instructions
As
on
you
it.
walk towards it, shrinks down. Back into the little bundle that it was before. It would appear that there is a slight delay.
Right.
It's lagging.
Okay. Right. And we wanted to establish what happened to things that we put inside it, didn't we?
I don't think that's going to work, Daz.
Okay. Does anyone have something that is relatively small but bulky and will not get broken by being crushed?
I think Aishi's pretty supple.
Let me check my inventory.
I have a pet owl.
Poor Owl. Poor Hedwig.
I've got some. I'll
Actually,
put a scroll inside it.
yeah, I'm going to walk over to the tree and cut off a sort of twiggy thing. So so a bit with some leaves as it sticks out.
That's a good
I'll-
idea.
Yeah, and then we'll see exactly if it gets crushed. It doesn't really matter. It's also not strong enough that it's going to damage the tent, and we can see just how mangled it becomes. Okay. So, right, kablooey. Right, I put the twig thing inside it. So, put it inside. We'll step out.
I
Right.
really want to close it on you.
I know.
Yeah, as he was inside, I say kablooey.
So you manage to get out in time before it goes and shuts.
Okay. Right. Do I see any signs of crushed leaves and things?
All you can see right now is the parcel tent.
Okay.
Returned to its
Right.
original
Kablooey.
form.
Right.
Kablooey, the tent pops back up.
Well, seeing as
No,
though
are there
she
any
loves
twigs?
playing with it, you can go and see just how much damage we've done to it.
So as you enter, you find the twig.
I'm
And
not entered. I'm poking my head in, afraid someone else can say it.
you do find the twig, and it is perfectly intact, the same way that you left it.
Oh,
Also,
I
keep
say-
all your stuff in it.
I say, okay, Hasai, did you want to check that? Make sure it was exactly the same as it was before.
I am not allowing you to to shut it with me inside. If this works like a bag of holding, then it will kill anything living you put inside it. Mainly because there's no air.
You can hold your breath.
I thought does it not just shove it into an alternate dimension?
Yes, with only the air that was there to start with, so you suffocate.
If you take a jar of air in there, you might be alright.
I'd say just in case, we should probably find a jar and put a jar in there. If someone gets set off inside that thing, they'll probably die.
So it does seem that we put things inside it, at least mundane things, and potentially not too big a thing, and it will preserve it. Though I have to say, I'm not keen on the colour.
Yeah, we need to get some skins or something and just like attach them to the outside.
Well, this is a magical item. Presumably, I can talk to Wes and see if he can do something about it.
Temerity says at this point, I'm not sure that's a good idea.
It's got his branding on it. I don't think he wants to change it.
Well,
I agree, he says.
I'm fine with it as it is. I think it looks really cool.
yes, I think it would be better if it was black, but
God, you guys
All right,
all
Batman.
black this, and I'm so deep that. What's wrong with a purple tent?
Bright purple. With a neon sign on the side.
Let me cover up the neon sign.
Well, we now know sort of what it does, and it's getting late. Does anyone else want to do any more experiments? Do we actually think this is going to be useful?
Well, if it can have somebody inside of it, you could sneak somebody in somewhere.
This is true.
At the risk of killing them.
Well, you give them a jar of air, they'll be fine
Well,
for a minute.
The thing that occurs to me is, if nothing else, if you could, we've got little cots and things inside it. If you could set them all up, you could have it all set up. So when you, at the end of the adventure, you could go kablooey, and it's all ready. You could have. That's getting brighter, isn't it? That really is very loud. And it's all ready for a nice, restful evening. And more importantly, it's dry. Is it my imagination, or is that getting louder by the moment?
It doesn't know
I
what you're
can't
talking
hear-
about.
I can't hear you over the buzzing of the sign. Speak up.
You're now attracting various insects and bugs to this glowing neon sign, and as they touch it, you now got a bug lamp as well.
Quick question: what happens if the owl dies?
I'm not going to tell you. You don't know if it takes enough damage and falls to 0 HP. We'll see what happens.
I'm happy with the tent. I say we use it. It looks cool.
Well,
Okay, cool. I'm gonna chuck all my stuff inside because like I can't be asked carrying it around anymore.
You have a bag of holding.
Yeah, I know, but it's like my bed and stuff. I don't know. I'll go in. Okay, I'll go in and lay out my bed and put fluff up my pillow. It'll be all nice and ready for me next time we're on an adventure.
Kablooey.
3,
was he in it when somebody said
2,
that?
1. Helen, the tent collapses with Helen in it.
Let's find out if I die.
Okay, yeah, I yell kablooey again in the hope.
Well, hang on.
in
I want
hope
to
it's not dead.
As
Now-
it shrinks down with Ellen in it, what happens?
As it shrinks down with Ellen in it, you can kind of see a look of horror on his face as tent begins to very quickly collapse around him. It kind of gets to probably about 50% down and kind of stutters and stops for a second, as if trying to close and unable to. As it does so, it kind of expands a little bit, the door opens, Ellen is ejected out, like some kind of ejector seat, flies 10 feet, lands face down in the muck, and then the tent, seemingly satisfied that it's got rid of its quarry, shrinks down.
I turn to Ellen and I say, well, it could have been worse. If that was me, I'd have taken 2 damage.
As Ellen flies out, his shoe comes off, hits Icy in the face, and you take 3 points of damage.
Well, we now know how the tent works.
It's a cannon.
And I
At
think
least
this
we
is...
can't die. By the tent, at least.
Okay, I think further investigation, but maybe tomorrow.
Enough time.
I think
That's-
time for a nice relaxing evening. Maybe some wine. Anyone join for some wine?
I certainly feel safer now that I know that sleeping in that tent won't kill me.
Yes. It'll be now what? None of you actually talk in your sleep, do you?
No.
Clarity says at this point, I recommend we keep the tent in the bag of holding 99.95% of the time.
I think this is probably wise. Okay, put it back in the bag of holding. Okay.
Wait. I think there's one more thing we should try out.
Mhm.
Opening it while there's someone near it. Within, like, its
saw-
expansion radius.
You saw how it just chucked him out of the tent, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm the
opening
happiest
it when
person.
it's, like, from its... Like,
Okay. All right.
What happens to someone near it?
I say not it and sort of jet away.
So who wants to do that experiment?
Tomorrow
I'll do
says, well volunteered, Asai. And he shouts, as you kind of move nearer, he says, Kablooey!
All right, I take it out of the bag of holding and see if I get catapulted by an expanding tent.
So as the tent expands into its previous form while you're in its way, it does indeed knock you back. You kind of get knocked back by this push, this wave of force, and you go flying 10 foot. And you kind of land. You land on your bum and you scoot a little bit.
Right, do you
Now
want
we
to check, Ellen? If you want to check to see if your whatever you set up is as it was.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. My little bed and stuff. No one say the word, guys. The joke's over now. I
So,
go inside.
as you nip your head in, you see your bed. It is almost the same as how you left it, but for some reason it's turned around.
Okay, peculiar.
Like
Maybe
the pillows at the other end of the bed.
there's like a pixie messing around in here. Or something.
At this point, while he's in the tent, I check to see how loud you have to say it for it to go off. I whisper, kablooey.
Doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
just peek my head round to Aishi and be like, "That is your one and only warning."
I don't think it was
You
Aishi
want-
that set you in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you want some, Mr. 14 AC?
15 now. I've got that special thing.
Technically 16, looking at your token. Anyway,
Oh, it's 16.
Okay, we shrink the tent, and I think we retire to our room for the evening. Because whilst having a nice tent's good, if you've got a perfectly good and paid-for room, I intend to use it.
Yeah, let's go back.
Agreed.
awesome. Okay, so you guys pick up the tent, pop it back in the bag of holding, and head back to the slaughtered lamb inn. By this point, after you've fallen around with the travel back and forth, it's probably a good half 6 now, and it's getting pretty dark.
Okay. Well, we've been walking all day, and yes, I think it's time for a nice let's have a tea. Well, what's that word that team making, team creating, building.
Team building, Demotus.
Yeah,
Team
that's yes. Well, if we sit around and how does one build a team?
We need to start with. We need a logo, and I bring out my logo.
Right.
And
The
as he
capable-
does so, I see somehow, somewhere, he's had the time to prepare this elaborate, the capable adventurer's sign. On a wooden plaque. It's very poorly written, but it says the capable adventurers with a K.
I take out my dagger and just stab it into the sign.
That's the spirit.
Is that part of the logo?
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes. How about we shorten it to the capables?
The incapables.
Well,
I'm happy
there
with
was
that.
another team I heard of that were the Expendables, but I don't think they lasted long.
Yeah, I heard they were quite expendable. So as a group, so shall have a vote. So what are all the suggestions for the team name? So far we have the Capable Adventurers, the Capables. Has anyone got any better suggestions?
Please, somebody.
Could you get a name from what you've done already? Like where you first formed and stuff?
Like when
I kind
Ellen
of
killed
suggest
the
what
dragon.
leaders.
The cultist dungeoners,
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
the terrible escorts.
The CDs.
Well, we have killed a dragon, but do we want to advertise that?
Well, I mean,
Oh, it's
Not
quite
many people
impressive.
can say
but
they've killed a dragon. People would hire.
it was very impressive, but it didn't quite go to plan, did it?
I mean, killing
Nobody
a dragon.
else will know that.
I'd say killing a dragon makes us pretty capable.
Oh my god.
Indeed, but yes, we kill. If we say that we've done it, then people want to know the details. And maybe
You
we
give them
don't.
most of the details. And you skimp out on a couple.
The rock crushers. Very, very good, Daz.
Well, I was more thinking of the bit at the end, which was a bit unexpected.
The undead unleashers.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of something now, because I couldn't really think of anything. I'll see if I can get some suggestions.
We are still relatively new at that, so we don't want anything too impressive, because then it just makes us look like we're boasting, and also, well, we should probably get a bit more experience before we have anything too impressive.
so you killed the dragon sword maidens.
Right.
I have one, guys. You remember that lance we had that shattered? What about the shattered lance?
I mean, it's kind of catchy actually.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Better than everything
Corey,
else.
where did you get that idea from?
I have no idea.
It's
It's
almost
almost
like-
like
It's almost like
It's
God
almost
himself gave you the idea.
yeah, it's almost like the
Oh, there it is in the chat.
injected
I don't know.
So, a vote. So we have the suggestions that we have. We have the Capable / the Capable Adventurers, Worm's Bane, and the Shattered Lance. What are people's votes? Put your votes in the chat window. Makes life easier for me. Or if you want to add another one, feel free.
I like Shattered Lance, but can we just be Shattered Lance and not the Shattered Lance?
You can.
The bunches.
The bunches. Okay. Asai, what's your
Very
vote?
good, Corey.
No, that's my suggestion. I think we should be called the.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it the
The
or is it
adventurers.
I think Shattered Lance is along the right lines. I think that'll do for now. Or Shattered Lance.
Temerity
It's a nice
silently
story
nods
to have create the name of it. Like, oh, why you called the Shattered Lance? Oh, because we killed a dragon with a lance and it shattered as we did it.
There we go. Okay then, so name kind of agreed upon. Shattered Lance. What do you fancy doing now? Are you going to round off the night, have a few drinks and head to bed, and then pick up and do some stuff in the morning, or...?
Yes. Oh, yeah, we should tell... Do we actually tell you all about the Slayer's Took, or... Because not all of you were there.
No, I wasn't there. Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, we wrote down these things, and at which point I pass out the handouts.
Well, you can't take them with you. You can't make
No,
notes on
we wrote some... I'm assuming we wrote some notes.
Did you memorise them?
Yeah. I
Had
don't
you
have
been
full
sat there,
details.
had you been sat there writing these out, you probably would have been thrown out the establishment.
I know. I only
What
wanted
place-
to give them the rough outline of the tasks, because that's all I'd remember.
You can tell them.
Okay, so, there were some
something about
cockatrices they wanted clearing out of the sewers, which seems to be quite within our capabilities.
What is that?
As I recall, have a ability to petrify people, but it is a relatively weak ability, and I think we should be able to cope with that. There is also a bandit of some sort they want disposing of, and there is an escort mission towards the Kryptgarden, but I believe that's not for a few days.
A bandit sounds better to me because I'm used to fighting humans.
Well, I think the bandit sounds good, but there's potentially no reason why we couldn't do several of these. And,
Yeah.
well, the one in the sewers is, well, we're here, and so there's no
Yeah.
additional travel.
Okay.
And it's always nice to have a nice warm bed after you kill beasties.
The
Especially in
problem,
the sewers.
I think the problem is, if there are so many adventurers here already joined to this guild, right here, then why is the cockatrice still in the sewers?
Well, Waterdeep is quite a magical place. So, I mean, other places have rats, but because of the large amounts of arcane things here, you do get some rather peculiar things here. One only assumes that there is somebody was experimenting with something and it got out.
And the posting, from what you remember, is that it wasn't very old.
Yeah. But there seems to be quite a lively trade in such things around here. And also, one of the benefits, I believe, potentially, cockatrices, their parts are valuable. So we might even be able to sell them.
Their parts.
Well, you can because they have the petrification ability. I think you might be able to make petrification or anti-petrifications potions, or there's people who might pay for the dead ones. Hell, they might even pay for a live one if we could do that. But I'm not sure how practical that is.
Put it in the tent. Oh no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, does it? It kicks it out.
No. Oh, I think they're basically the size of a large turkey. So they're not very big.
What, cockatrice?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're
In
huge.
this world, they are. You're thinking of Witcher cockatrices.
I'm thinking of cockatrice in general. I thought they were huge.
They're classed as a
No.
small creature,
Oh,
Small. Oh,
gnome-sized.
Yes. But I believe they can turn you to stone. It's a touch attack, though. So I would think that our temerity would be ideally suited for sort of bringing those things down, because he can do it from range.
Temerity.
Yeah, I'll
be up
watch.
for hunting down some cockatrices.
I'll sit at the back and watch.
I can give you some javelins to throw.
technically, if I have gloves on, would that count as touch?
Well, I think they have to touch you as opposed to you have to touch them.
Show
So-
me where the cockatrice touched you.
But I mean, Ellen, I believe that you could probably take. Well, if you took one down fairly quickly and it didn't get time to respond, then I'm sure you could deal with one as well.
I would hope so. I guess it depends how many we fight at a time. If we're just doing
Oh,
one
I
at a
agree.
time, we'll be alright.
Guys,
Yes.
I know I'm a vegetarian because I'm a monk, and I can't try cockatrice, but can we at least like keep it and make it lay some eggs so I can try cockatrice eggs?
Yes.
There would be a second.
Cockatrice eggs sound awesome, as well as slightly paralysing.
Run, Charles, run! Anyway.
Still here.
Fine. Okay, so are you guys going to... Are we looking to retire for the night then? Or are you going to... Is there anything else you want to discuss?
I'll probably find a shrine or something because I haven't done it in a while, and every now and again I need to.
Okay.
I'll go to a shrine and say my blessings and stuff, and then go back to the room.
Okay, is anyone else doing anything specific, or just turning in for the night?
Just turning in. I'll officially invite Kindar to join us in our join the capable. Oh no, we're not that anymore. The Shattered Lance. The Shattered Lancers.
Sure. If you're recruiting, I need to get out of here, I suppose.
Yeah, you're not the champion here anymore, so
Yeah,
yeah, you should come with us.
we'll see.
Yes. Well, if Ellen doesn't feel the need to beat anybody else up for the evening, I mean, though I believe they did pay you quite well for that, didn't they?
Yeah, but then I have to have a day resting to get all, to recover. So it's not.
Yeah.
It's a pain. It's a pain. Oh, I probably won't do it again.
Okay then, and with that, everyone retires to their rooms. I believe you have 3 rooms in total. You've tried for the night, so if everyone wants to just whack all your healths back up to full, do your long rest and all that kind of stuff, recover any slots, key points, whatever. Okay, you wake up relatively early in the morning, sunlight streaming through the windows, the smell of bacon cooking below. And at night, it seems to be a rather nice day.
Yeah. Oh, food. That's always a good start for the day. Do you have croissant?
So, as you go down and talk to the bartender, and he just kind of looks and goes, "What?"
The kind of a baked thing? No, perhaps not.
It just kind of gives you a strange, look, and then goes back to frying some bacon. Because apparently there's a stove behind him.
I roll my eyes and then speak to Aishi and go, did you find anyone to mess with your dragon stuff and make it into, dragon fists or whatever? Because I need to take these dragon bones to someone.
I just sort of look at him and say, yeah, there's this really awesome place down towards the middle of town. To be honest, I'm heading out anyway, so I can show you if you want.
That would be cool, yeah.
With that,
Are we going to agree to meet at the Slayer's Tooks? It's a terrible grammatical thing. Later on, or because I imagine those things probably won't be there for too long. So maybe if we agree a time.
Midday?
Yeah, that sounds quite agreeable.
yeah, that's cool with me.
Okay,
Cool.
so Ellen and I, are heading off to the Black Hammer Smithy and the Tan Tide. Is there anyone else doing anything interesting? Or are you just going to hang around for a bit?
I would like to go and have a word with Wares about maybe, the ability to tone things down and maybe, something about the sign, because I whilst it is in a very, it's not good. Can it be toned down at all?
Okay, so you're going to Wes's.
I join him just to laugh when he fails.
Okay. One thing I did want to mention, Grimble, he did have a ring, which I asked if he had anything that would help with armor class, and he came up with a novel solution. Now, not to be insulting, but you are one of the smaller members of the group. Well, this ring will actually give you the ability to become an even smaller member of the group, though retaining your abilities, which might be useful. I mean, the ability for me to be your size isn't going to be terribly helpful, but maybe your ability to be a quarter your size could be, maybe.
I'd like to be the size of, my, Squirtle, my owl.
Yeah, I imagine if you were wearing that ring, then your owl could probably carry you.
Oh.
That is quite cool for.
What have I
Yeah.
done?
But anyway, he did mention it was there, and it struck me as an interesting idea. If you want to come and have a word with him about it, he does seem to have some very odd things in his shop. I've been in a number of magical establishments. It seemed to be
Wondrous.
I will take you up on that.
experimental.
Experimental is a good word. Okay, then. So with that, Temerity's just going to hang around with you guys as well, and follow on to Wes's to inquire about the status of his bow. So it's Aishi and Ellen. So you're heading off towards the Black Hammer Smithy. So as you enter, you get Aishi. You see the familiar shop, quite a long shop. You've got almost two on either two counters on either side, a good 30-40 foot across from each other. And you can see both the proprietors that you spoke to before. As you walk in, the elf on the right hand side waves you over and goes, welcome back, sir, welcome back. If you're here to inquire about your gloves, unfortunately they're going to take a few more days to complete. I have my apprentices working on some of the stitching at the moment.
No, I say, no, that's fine. I gather you're doing a pretty good job, but I bring you more business. This here is a companion of mine. We went on the same adventure together with the dragon, and he actually has some dragon bones.
Very good. Zoltan, you midget. Zoltan just pops up from his stool. What do you want, you prissy elf? We've got more customers. Fine. And he poddles over. He goes, nice to meet you, lads, as he kind of looks up at your hulking form and says, name's Zoltan, nice to meet you. And the other says, and I'm Adelath.
Adelath. Okay.
What is it you've got for us? What are you looking for, sonny?
Adelath, I've got some bones from a dragon, and I need you to make them into knuckle dusters that I can wear all the time, so that when I punch people, it will hurt them more. Is that okay?
Ooh. Adelath and Zoltan kind of exchange a glance. Adelath says down to Zoltan, I've never worked with dragon bone before. Have you, Zoltan? Aye, once or twice. It's an interesting material. Knuckle dusters, you say? It shouldn't be too difficult. Let's have a look at those hands of yours. He kind of pulls your hand, and as a look at it, you can see him doing some mental measurements. He goes, I should be able to do something like that. Are you just looking for, like, some just knuckle dusters, or are you looking for some gloves with, like, bone knuckles?
I don't know, like the knuckle dusters I guess would be cheaper. Like I haven't got loads of money, so it depends how much they both cost.
Ooh, he thinks back. Twirls a bit of his moustache. I take it you've got, how much dragon bone have you got?
I think I picked up like £5 worth or something. I don't know how heavy it is. I just wrote 5 in there. So.
That's fine. I tell you what, laddie. If you let me take what you've got off your hands, I'll do it for 120 gold.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
No.
These guys
That's
are quite
actually-
expensive, but they're supposed to do a pretty good job.
And look, I was pretty sure you've got quite a chunk of money, considering you all got about 500 gold each from killing the dragon.
Did we?
Yes.
We got a lot of money.
You got like a massive.
Yeah, I've got enough now then.
You swapped a massive hoard.
Okay. I didn't know if we'd
Didn't
split
we-
it off
didn't
or
we all
not.
pull
Like, I didn't.
It's kind of been
Okay.
pulled together, but you'd roughly had about 500 gold each.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll do that. 120 Bosch. Done.
Excellent. A fine deal. It shouldn't take too long to do. Adelath, how are those gloves getting on? As I was just saying to the gentleman, some of my apprentices are working on these, some of the stitching at the moment. How long? It'll probably be another 2 days. Dalton thinks for a second. I think I can get these done in 2 days. If you come back at the same time, they should all be ready together.
Wicked.
Do we sound good?
That
Yeah,
sounds
I-
good. I shake
I was
both
saying-
of their hands very vigorously at the same time.
Zoltan gives you a nice firm shake, and Adelath, if you ever had like a limp handshake, it's one of them. It's not very nice.
Yeah, I squeeze his hand a little bit too tight.
And you can see him, he winces slightly, but apart from that, it's everything. So, is there anything, he kind of shaking his hand off, is there anything else we can do for you gentlemen, or maybe get on with our work?
Yeah, no, please go ahead, get it done. Faster we get them, the faster out of your hair, and you get your money.
I courteously bow them and thank them for the work they've been doing, and then head out myself.
You go, no problem, laddie. And as you turn around, Zoltan gives you a cheeky slap on the bum.
I look over and wink and give him a bit of a pouty kiss.
He kind of looks a bit, ooh, what have I done?
Too far.
He just waddles off.
Then I turn around with the smile on my face that says, he's not going to be doing that again.
and off you go. So the rest of you head off to Wes's Wondrous Wares. You quite easily find it again with the bright purple neon sign flashing outside.
Looking remarkably similar to, but slightly bigger than the one on the tent, I suspect.
Yes. And as you go to the door is unlocked and opens with ease, and it opens up into the same relatively small shop that you saw before. It's only probably about 10 foot wide. It's longer than it is wide, probably goes about 15-20 feet back, but it's only about 10 foot wide. And you can see the counter where you originally saw the halfling Wes. But at the moment, no one there.
Walk up to the counter. Shop? Hello?
Nothing.
Is there a bell of any kind?
No.
I follow and call out Wes.
You check. So, Wes? And then silence for a few seconds, and then just to your left you hear a rummaging, and there's kind of like a pile of barrels that were stood up by the corner, and the lid starts to tremble, and what? Oh, hello! As he kind of pops out of a barrel of stuff, kind of shakes some dust off his arm. Welcome back, sir. What can I do for you? I'm a bit busy at the moment.
I hear you have a magical ring of some kind.
Yes, you mentioned it. You mentioned it to me the other day.
Ah, yes, the shrinking ring. Can somebody help me down? And as for that, Temerity kind of walks up and just kind of lifts him out of the barrel and plops him down. Thank you, sir. And he just toddles off to his
barrel.
Sorry?
Why were you in a barrel, Wes?
Why aren't you in a barrel? And he takes that as a successful answer and toddles off, dives over his countertop underneath. He goes, ring. And he dives under the counter. You hear rummaging around, pots and pans flying over his shoulder. No idea where these pots and pans are coming from. And he pulls out, yes, the ring. And he pulls out this little silver ring. It's decently sized in his hand, but pulls out this silvery ring. Yes, the ring of shrinking. It'll shrink you down. Who's interested in it?
That would be me down here.
Hello. Well, yeah, if you want it, you can have it. How much did I say it was? Let me just check my book. Massive tome comes out, starts flicking through it randomly. As you kind of see, majority of the pages are blank, but he keeps skimming anyway. And he settles on again what seems to look like a blank page. And he kind of strolls his finger down as if he's reading and goes, yes, 200 gold for the ring, he says. Would you like it?
Would you like to?
Steve,
could we try it out?
We do have this magical tent that has some sort of advertisement to you. We'll surely use it all around the place if we could perhaps get a cheaper price for stuff here. Send people.
He kind of gives you a very narrowed look and says, make a persuasion check. Go on, Hosai.
Yeah, well, we did also want to have a word with you about the tent. Whilst it's very very useful. It is a very impressive tent.
It's a very nice tent, isn't it? I made it myself. I really like it. I was really sad to see it go. And you, no, 200 gold. It was a very nice try, but I see through you, and just kind of gives you evil looks. And then he goes back to being smiley.
But where I was going with that, Wes, is whilst I can see that you want to advertise your wonderful establishment and your wares.
Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you very much for your purchase. If you have any complaints, please put them in writing.
Well, it's not so much complaints; it's more modifications. Or you see, if
What's
we're
wrong
out,
with the tent?
well, when you're around people, which you want to advertise to, by all means. But if you're in the wilderness and potentially trying to keep a lower profile, as in not attract the attention of things that want to kill you, it's a little bit loud.
Well, nothing wants to kill me, so it's all right.
Yes, but we may be going to places where there may be things wanting to kill us.
Oh,
So,
is
there any way to tone it down a bit at times?
I would advise not doing that. Or maybe dig a hole and put it in a hole. How's that sound?
Not very practical.
Ah, well. Any additional complaints, put them in writing and I'll forward them on to my solicitor. Or I can do a refund.
So there's no way we could change it in any way.
Oh, I could, but I don't want to. I like it. And it brings me business, even if they're wolves.
Well, so you're happy for all manner of things that have read the sign to come to your door, including zombies and the like.
Sir, he kind of gives you a very stern look. I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but I don't think zombies can read.
This is true, but this is my point. You're advertising to mindless creatures who only interest in it is it's big, it's flashing, and there may be something crunchy inside.
Ah, yes. Sounds good, really, doesn't it? Do you only fight zombies?
No, but recently we have been, and one of the reasons for purchasing the tent is I like to have comforts, which is why I bought your wondrous tent. But I like to have comforts, ideally not interrupted by uninvited zombies.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh god.
This is not going to go well.
Impressive. He goes. He kind of thinks for a second. His head cocks to the side, twitching slightly as he does so. Tell you what. If you give me the tent for a day, I might be able to make a few minor modifications to you for it.
So I'll add like 4 more signs.
Okay.
And because you've been such good sports and you brought me more business, and my accent's changed again. I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free.
Okay. Well, yes, you're very gracious. And
I know.
I wouldn't even mind sort of potentially parting with a little bit of money. When you say modifications, could you possibly discuss what you had in mind?
No.
All right.
What
I trust your judgment, but yes, but as you see, we are in the adventuring business, and we would like to sort of return to your thing, your shop, and bring you repeat business. And even I don't mind advertising you to people we might meet. But you can see that if there are flaws to some of your products,
What flaws? There's no
from
flaws.
a purely
Everything
adventuring
works as
perspective.
intended.
Yes, it works, but you can see how in certain circumstances it could be difficult, and you can see that they may detract. But anyway, I shall hand over the tent. I shall leave it to your discretion. But bear in mind that a lot of what we do tends to be away from civilization, so away to... Yeah, you've heard my reasoning. I'll leave it to you.
Fine. He takes the tent off of you and he just chucks it over his shoulder, back behind the counter, as he does with so many things. So you,
If you insist the ring is 200 gold, I would like to test it first.
Oh, I need to get that.
ring, banana phone. Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Well, the problem is the ring requires attunement. You need to have it for an hour. So no. Well, Are you,
How about I
are
check
you
it
in
for a day?
You... Make another persuasion check. Impressive.
Wow.
You guys
He
are
says-
persuasive.
Yeah, where's our charisma-based person? Oh wait, we don't have any. He goes. He kind of just looks at you, very, very narrow eyes, and goes, "Make you a deal. You can test it for a day if you wear this." And he rummages around. Again, hops over the counter, pulls out from behind his counter a light purple jacket, similar to the colour of the tent. And he turns it round. On the back, it has in gold letters, "Wes's Wondrous Wares." They're the best. Tell you what, if you wear this around town for a day, I'll even knock 5 gold off of it. No, 6 gold.
Knock 50 off and we got a deal.
Make another persuasion check. 20, and
Jesus.
that's your limit. And I'll knock 20 gold off of it for you.
With a 6, so you got 15 gold.
Wes isn't a very logical person.
I need to talk to this guy.
No, God. Do we have a deal?
Okay, wait. Is there any enchantments on this jacket?
No, it's just a jacket.
Can I do detect magic?
You can. As you cast your detect magic, you do not sense any magic from this jacket. It does just seem to be a terrible jacket.
I'll be small enough as it is, so you know what? Deal.
Excellent. And he reaches out to shake your hand, and as you kind of go back to shake his back, he kind of just turns around and walks off, and goes and gets the stuff. He hands it over the counter to you.
So that's one day, yeah?
That's one day. So if you come back the same time tomorrow, after wearing the jacket, and then we can, and if you like it, you can have it for a price, obviously.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Excellent. Can I help? Anybody else need anything while they're here? No. Fine. Okay. And with that, under the desk, out of sight, and he's gone. And there's kind of a silence falls around. A strange, awkward silence fills the shop. So, are you going to now convene at the take? Or the took, sorry?
Yeah.
And it says, is there anything else anyone wants to do before heading off towards the took?
Could I have, while this was going on, gone and tried to find information about cockatrices somewhere? Like in a library, or try and find a book about them or something?
Make an investigation check.
Did I see any cockatrices at the zoo?
No, you didn't.
They all escaped.
So, Kindo, it takes you a little while, and you do find, after probably a good 45 minutes of searching, you do manage to find what seems to be a library, and you again find a book on cockatrices. You have a read through. It doesn't have a huge amount of information. It's quite sparse knowledge-wise, but from what you can find out on it, you can tell that they generally are pretty small. Turkey size would be probably quite accurate, and they're almost they look probably like if you crossed a lizard and a chicken. That's what you'd kind of get, and they do have a petrifying bite.
A petrifying bite.
But it's only temporary.
Okay. Is there any mention on how to remove it, or is it? Oh wait, only temporary.
It's
so,
a temporary.
Okay.
Most cases last about a day, 24 hours.
Okay. Cool. I'll head to the Slayer stock then after that.
So well.
Sorry, Corey?
I can see that going so well.
Oh yeah.
I love giving interesting enemies with special abilities. Okay, so everyone kind of convenes at the Took. So, is there anything else that anyone wants to do before we head to the Took?
If it was
No.
possible, I'd just like to see if I could attune to the ring before we got there.
In the time it takes, you probably will. By the time you get to the Took, and once you've discussed all your business, and probably head out, then you'll be attuned to it. So by the time we have the next conversational section, it'll all be sorted and attuned to you. Tell you what, we're going for a few minutes. I need to talk to the gents, so if we're waiting for Charles, hopefully it won't be too long. So should we just take a quick couple of minutes break now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Reconvene
sounds good.
otherwise, because he seems to be one of the front-running talkers of this group, so it might make it easier if he's here. So we'll give it a couple of minutes break, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Yeah, he looks like he's just got off now.
Oh, excellent. Is he coming this way? Yeah, Charles, we're just taking a few minutes break.
Okay.
And I'm back in the room.
Hey, girl.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. I'm making a 16-bit floor tile for a game at the minute.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Me and a couple of people are making a game at the minute.
Nice. What are you making it in? Don't say your house.
Unity.
Ah, cool. I half looked at that once and then got bored. I nearly
That's
made
pretty
something
cool.
in
I half looked at Unity for for making VR games.
I've been half tempted to look at that, but I'm too lazy to learn it.
Not
Unity
too hard, so I
It's cool.
got lazy.
Yeah.
It helps if you have a good knowledge of scripting languages like C#, but you can easily do stuff without having that knowledge.
I think the most the only thing I've got done towards making games is I did almost make a game in RPG Maker once, but that's not exactly difficult. So.
Oh yeah, I saw from your Snapchat when you put like some cunt appeared.
They
That
were
was funny.
they were placeholder names, all right.
No, I like that naming scheme. That naming scheme is good.
I liked it. Is that your Daz? Is that your light box up in the top corner of the camera that I can see for the Vive? Because I can see like the infrared projecting. It's weird.
Yeah. I don't understand why that happens, but yeah, you can.
Because mine's just up there. One of mine's up the back there. I've got another one behind me over there. But that thing and that's off. But even when it's on, I don't get that kind of IR effect off of it. It's weird. Yeah,
Yeah, that is quite
Strange.
strange.
yeah.
My friend sees it as well.
You've actually got very deadly radiation leaking out of your light box. That's what the problem is.
It could just be the camera, to be fair.
Yeah, it probably is. All right then. So Daz is with us, Corey's with us, Charles is with us, Tim,
Yeah, I'm back.
Charlie. Charlie.
Sounded a
Yep,
little
yep, yep.
bit-
Sorry.
You sounded a little bit like you were rapping a second ago.
Thanks. Album's out soon. Okay, so everyone's had their conversations and everyone is now convening at the Slayer's Duck. Okay, so you reach the Slayer's Duck. It's very much as you saw it before. Those of you who saw it last time, you were here yesterday, technically. Two big heavy doors around this like almost hall-looking building. Would you like to enter?
Yes. I want
Yep.
to say yes.
Excellent. So you all enter as a group again. You see a similar scene over to the left. You've got a bar, a few patrons drinking, barmaid serving drinks, etc., etc. What you normally see. To the right, you've got your bounty board. Big 10-foot, basically 10-foot board, about 5 foot high, with several different postings on it. You kind of see some of the ones you saw yesterday. Some are missing, some have changed, some are new. But you can't really get a good look at it. At the far end, you can see the Dragonborn Treve sitting down and making some notes in a ledger with big, heavy-rimmed spectacles on.
Actually, as we're all here as a group, something occurs to me based on our discussion with Wes, is if we had maybe a spokesperson for the group, someone who's good at negotiation.
Temerity says, well volunteered, as I.
Not my strength.
I go against that with his charisma scores.
I don't think anybody here has a charisma score over 10.
You may have a good point.
Well, I was asking if anybody did.
Yeah, that's assuming That's what I assumed.
So you need a bard.
So-
You need to recruit a bard, a warlock, or a sorcerer. Unfortunately, or even a
I know-
paladin.
I know someone called Gale who's a pretty cool guy.
Let's not go that far. Anyway, so what do?
Well, I point to the Dragonborn and go, well, that seems to be the gentleman where we apply for membership. How we were, I think we were getting a group discount, but I think that makes it comes to about 20. It's it's about 20 gold a piece, I believe.
It was
That's
100
not
gold
too
for the
bad.
6 of you, so you get one free. Buy 5, get one free.
Mhm.
Is anyone going to approach, or you can all just kind of stand and hover around in the hallway?
Yeah, but we've all agreed that we want to be members.
If it's
I'm
20
going to-
gold, I should point out I don't have enough for that. So I might need some. I'll be the free person or
You
something,
can
maybe.
be the freeway.
I'll be a freeloader.
I'll help you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
At some point, we should probably work out how much gold we have, because I know what's in my inventory, and I suspect I have the total of what was picked up, as opposed to the divided bit.
Yes, I have a feeling that you had like a group bulked in, but you've spent money's been spent on the gloves, been spent on the knuckle dusters, been spent on the bow, and been spent on the tent.
Okay.
I'll give you the total cost later on.
Okay, it's just in my bag of holding, I have listed 1800 GP.
Yep.
Ooh.
You probably spent a good 800 gold so far.
Mhm.
Obviously not
Yes.
all shared out.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've spent 100. I don't know what else other people have spent and what they've. Well, at some point we need to sort that out.
Do you want to have this conversation just kind of... Because right now you just kind of stood in the entrance of the Slayer's Tunnel.
Right, we'll go. I think I'm going to go over to the Dragonborn. I've actually got the cash, so I'm going to. Right, we discussed membership.
I walk over.
He's reading along and he puts a finger up. Writes a note. Puts another finger up. Writes another note. Slams the tome shut, puts it to the side, takes his spectacles off, puts them down daintily. Oh yes, yes. Are you the guys that inquired yesterday?
Yes, we are.
Adventurers.
I've come back with my fellows, as I wanted to discuss it with them, and we're in agreement that we would like to join your little establishment.
We want to join your club.
Excellent. Claps his hands and stands up. He goes, excellent. So, first things first. If I'm, how much did I say?
We
It was
agreed
100
on.
gold for the 6 of you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Correct.
If you wouldn't mind, 100 gold, please.
Okay. I hand over. Unless
Was it
somebody-
100 each?
No,
No.
it's 102.
No, it was 100 between us.
Oh, that's pretty good actually.
Okay. All right. Then I hand over 100 gold.
Excellent. He then says, okay. He just kind of looks around under his desk, pulls out a form, and goes, "Can you fill this in for us? It's just for administration purposes."
Okay.
It's got a simple form like all your names, the name of your band of adventurers, and any impressive feats.
I look at it, I look at the form, I look up at the guy, and I say, "How dare you assume my gender?"
He just kind of looks at you, like, what?
Ignore him.
Okay.
I look over
Right.
and say, "That joke will be funny in like 1500 years, don't worry."
Okay.
He has a very strange sense of humour. We're still trying to work out if it's funny.
I know which vote I'd put it in. There you go.
Okay.
He says he also hands you a quill in order to fill it in.
Between you and me, he is the joke.
I think I know what you mean.
Okay. Right. I studiously fill it all out and complete with flourishes and things. Yes. I take it we can use sort of our nom de guerre, so to speak.
What?
The name we use as a warrior rather than real name. You get.
Just put down what you want to be called. I don't care if
Thank
you want to be
you.
called Nancy. I'll call you fucking Nancy. He looks at the, as he, he says as he looks at the monk. Or if you want to be called stupid, I'll call you stupid. Just
I
put
sort of
down,
look over.
put down
I
your
look over.
name.
And I go, "Hey, my name isn't stupid. It's Aishi."
Of course it isn't.
Yes. Yes. It potentially is creating a new word for the dictionary. So,
Anyway, so do you fill the form in?
I fill the form in.
Excellent.
Yes. I'm good at forms.
So you fill the form in, hand it back. So do you write down Shattered Lance?
Yeah, well, I think that yes, a shattered lance. Yes.
Do you
With
write
a
it
Wait,
down
what
fancily?
What about Bunches and the Bear?
what?
Do you write it down fancily?
Yes.
He kind of picks it up, goes, holds it back and forth, picks up his glasses. Don't know why I'm saying it in his voice. Picks up his glasses, looks at it, and goes, "The Shattered Lance."
Shattered.
Oh, shattered. Let's say takes the quill, crosses your writing out completely, and writes it out in his own scrawl. Shattered Lance. That's better. You guys are a bit of a weird bunch, but you'll do.
I look over and I go, "You've misspelled shattered."
Stop it.
We get some weird ones in here. He kind of stands up. He goes, "Guild members, we have a new band that have joined us this day. Say 3 cheers for the Shattered Lance." And they go, "Hey!" and they'll have a drink. He goes, and they kind of, it's literally a "hey," and then completely go back to everything and ignore you. He goes, "Well, welcome to our association. You can see the bounty board over the side. You're free to take any of the quests, as I said before, they're not exclusive. So, you look at it, take some notes, leave the posting up there, and once it's complete, come back to us and we'll do the rest. Is there anything that takes your fancy?
Yeah, the
Wait, how did you
cockatrice
spell
looks
shattered?
S-H Attered.
I sort of look over and I say, yeah, the cockatrice one looks pretty good. Why hasn't anyone done that one yet?
Oh, cockatrice one, you'll have to be quick. I think Danif's group set out to do that one this morning. If you're quick, you might catch up to him.
Okay. A chance to show our ability and potentially head off the competition. This is a good opportunity for us, I think.
Yeah, you'll
Or
need
get
this.
laughed
He pulls up, he brings him a key. This is a key into the sewers. You'll take it. You find it near the. If you come out of here, go north about 20 minutes. You find a gate down into it. Use this; it will let you in. That's where they've been spotted.
Quick
Okay.
question. How many keys did you have to the sewers?
I have as many keys as I require.
With that, I
I
sort
mean,
of
because if another team has gone ahead of us,
Shh.
surely they have a key.
and I say, guys, if we want to get the cockatrice, we've got to get going now.
Do we tell the guard captain Colin at the east gate, or do we come back here
Just
first?
come back here. We'll sort that out.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Do you require evidence or what particular? Well, I think you want them killed. What do you want us to bring back or not?
Bring back a couple of claws.
Right, there you are.
That's proof. That should do it.
Okay, but we go to this place and it's. Do we need to hunt them down, or is there a general area should be looking, or?
I've not been there. From what
With
the guard
this-
said, they're down in the sewers. They don't know how they got in there. There's a couple around in the sewers, but there might be a nest down there. So if you find that, get rid of that, and you should be all right.
Okay.
One final question: do the sewers go over the whole city, or is it just that one localized area? Are they separate, or what?
The sewers spread all throughout the city, but they've only been spotted in this area so far.
Cool.
They're keen to root it out before it gets worse.
Wicked. Thanks.
Excellent. If there's
Bye.
nothing more, I've got work to do.
Yeah, I run out of the door. Come on, guys, let's go.
I put
Am I
my
tuned yet?
You're now attuned.
I put my scrolls back in my bag and my quill back and run after them.
Okay. Okay, so you're heading straight towards the sewers?
I think
Yep.
so. Time is of the essence, folks.
I would like to test out my ring before on our way there.
Okay, so as you're attuned to it, there is a command word that you can speak, which I'll message to you later. You just say use the command word.
Does that work when other people use it?
No. Well,
That's
I
the
don't
point
think.
of attunement, Corey.
Yes. So you want to use the ring now? So how tall are you? How tall are you normally?
3'2".
3'2". Okay. So use the ring, and it shrinks you down to roughly a quarter of your current size. So you become probably about 10 inches
Half a
tall.
foot.
10 inches tall, pretty small, pretty light. As
That's
you're
pretty
walking
impressive.
along, Grimble just fucking disappears.
Well,
Then I say snow feather, then bring out the owl.
The owl appears before you now, probably about twice the size of you.
I jump on its back and command him to fly towards the sewers.
The owl takes off. You kind of you hold on to some feathers. It's a bit of a rough ride because this creature is not designed to be mounted. But you manage to hold on, and you glide happily towards the sewers.
that's really quite impressive, though. I do feel I keep looking at him and thinking he should have a little cap and a fishing rod, but I don't know why that comes.
And you get to the sewers a good 10 minutes. It's about a 20-minute walk away. You get there in 10 minutes. and just kind of perch around. The rest of you head straight up towards the sewers. You quite easily find the gate. It's it's a gate that kind of descends down into a set of stairs, which then has like a ladder down into the sewers itself. Are you going to lock the gate behind you?
Yes.
Yeah, we
I
might
would
as
think
well.
so, yes.
Excellent.
As the faster member of the party as well, I'd like to ask for the key.
Well, I paid the money. I'm having the key.
Okay.
Alright, be it upon your own head.
So you descend down the ladder and you come across this section of sewer system.
Okay.
Doesn't look very pleasant. There isn't a walkway along the side of it either. You kind of goes down into this sewer side section. From where you are, the water, if you can class it as water, isn't very deep. It's only probably about half a foot deep at this point. It's quite a low-lying bit.
So if I was standing at my current size, I'd be about shoulder height.
You'd probably be on the verge of drowning, and probably if a large floater came by, you'd probably go with it.
So that's why I am on the back of my owl, still in the sewers.
Yeah. Right. Temerity. This is probably a stupid question. I believe we have competition, and you can tell if people have been here, or can you see signs of Are we ahead of our competition? Can you see the signs of them?
He takes a big sniff of the air, and so does Ferris, and he goes, "Fuck, that's horrible." Ferris, you got anything? And he kind of points northward.
Okay. Now, well, we know which direction they went. Of course, we don't know if they went the right way. There wasn't anybody there to ask or anything, was there?
No, you haven't seen anyone this way.
Right.
Can Ferris smell any cockatrice?
Sorry?
Well, does he know what one smells like?
Temerity says, "Can you smell any? Can you smell anything, boy?"
There's a boy down a well.
He points back in the same location. Not sure he smelt something, but you obviously can't tell you what. Something's up there.
Okay. So it would seem that I wish I'd.
Guys, can we start going north? I feel like we're wasting time.
Right. Okay. Well, I think that's heading north. But yes, I think tough people who are hard to kill at the front. I think really.
That's probably
fine.
a good idea.
Well, it is kind
It's
of.
also very dark down here.
I don't want to get petrified.
And
Those
and
without
people
dark
are-
vision probably can't see very well.
And
Kendar,
people
can you
about
see
to
in the
put tall
dark?
at the back.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool. I'll walk with you, and you just keep an eye out. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I'll perceive stuff for you.
Is it so dark that like I literally couldn't see, or is it dim?
It's very, very dim. You can probably see about 5 foot in front of you, but nothing more.
So I can walk sort of fairly comfortably without lighting a torch.
Pretty much. At this point, yes.
Well,
You're kind of getting a little bit of light from above. There are like grates above you that let in little bits of light, but it is very dim.
Okay.
well, do
Yeah.
we want to be stealthy? Could we light a torch?
I don't suppose we're trying to sneak up on the cockatrices, are we? We might as well.
Yeah, I
Ideally,
suppose.
we're trying to not set off the other party.
Well,
Well, they're not going to attack us, surely.
Yeah. What happens if we meet them? Do we beat the shit out of them, or?
Well, there's a 200 GP bounty on it, and they want the 200 GP. Who's to say they're not going to get 400 GP? Thanks
They might
to
all be
the
petrified.
patches that got applied.
Right. I take a torch out of my bag. I light it.
Okay, you
Yeah,
project a 30-foot sphere of light / dim light around you, making it a lot easier to see. Okay, heading north.
Yep.
That
Okay.
seems to be what Varys thinks.
So you head north. It's slow going because you're traipsing through the water. It's relatively slow going, but you manage to head up northwards. It goes in a straight line. There's no like twists or turns at this point. After about 10 minutes of walking, you can see just floating, kind of half sat in the water, is you can see what looks to be some kind of dead animal.
I'll
Where you
go
are, you
over
can't
and have a
quite.
look.
Wait,
Yeah.
you see like almost like this, the back of an animal poking out of the water.
At that point, Grimble splashes in the water because his owl friend has gone away.
Okay. Are you returning to your normal size?
If I can choose to, yes.
Yes, you can return and you grow again. Okay, so is anyone going to inspect the thing?
I'll go have a look.
I shall come with him.
Okay, so as you reach down, you kind of pick it up out of the water, and you kind of lift part of it out of the water, and you can see what you assume to be is a dead cockatrice. However, those of you who know a little about cockatrices, they're generally quite small, almost turkey-sized. These ones are bigger. So normally, if for example they would normally stand 2.5 to 3 foot tall, this one probably stands about 4 foot. But it's dead. Its head has been bashed in.
Oh,
Does
it's
it have
feet missing.
Giant.
Claws missing.
It has claws.
Right?
No claws
it
or
hasn't
anything
been-
missing then.
No, it's apart from the caved-in skull,
Yeah.
it's pretty intact.
Okay. Right.
Maybe it wasn't the other group because surely they would have taken their claws off it.
That would maybe have been another cockatrice.
You would think it would have like slashings across it though.
Yeah,
I
like
presume they fight with their claws, right?
I think just in
they
case
bite
we
and stuff.
should, just in case we should take the claws.
Yeah, we should take the claws. But
We could just take the
Claws.
claws and leave.
No.
No.
it
That's
won't
not the
put us
right
in good
thing to do.
standing.
Yeah.
Might make
Alright,
future
fine.
jobs a lot harder.
Especially when they find out that the cockatrices,
Yeah.
still raiding and attacking.
Well,
There's still a
presumably the other
cockatrice
guys will
going
take
on.
care of it for us, and we
Right.
can just take these back.
I think I'll also cut off some feathers and other bits that. Can I sort of guess what bits might be vaguely saleable?
No. Anything can be usable. Eyes, blood, feathers. Is this
Okay,
what
well,
you want to be doing right now?
Just cut off the
I look
claw.
around.
Yeah, I'm just after the claws.
Can I take my maul out and kind of put it up
I
where
look
its head's
around
been
while
crushed?
they're all
and see if it
decapitating this
fits?
thing.
Say again, Charlie.
Can I like see if my maul kind of fits the head impact? It's the crushed head.
It does
See if
look
it,
like
like-
it was made with some kind of hammer.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
probably a war hammer.
Mhm.
It's kind of got that.
So it looks
same
like it
colour.
probably was the other adventurers down here.
Well, we take the claws, we push it to one of the sides, so we're gonna have to come back this way, and then we head on. I think.
Also, we should probably mark our way down so we don't get lost.
That's not a bad idea, unless our ranger thinks he can do it without that.
I say I should be fine. I've gone in a straight line so
Roger.
far.
Okay then. So is there anything else we need to do, or are we heading on?
I think keep going because the Gribblies are that way.
Yep.
Gribblies being a technical term.
Okay, so you continue heading north. After about 10 minutes, you can see in the distance, on the right-hand side of the wall, you can see what looks to be some kind of source of light. You can see a bit of a soft glow emanating from the side of the wall. From where you are right now, it looks like there may be an opening or something that this light is coming out of, but you can't quite tell. You're probably a good 50 foot away from it.
Can we hear anything?
Make a perception check. You can hear voices, but you can't make out what they're saying.
But they are coming from the direction of this opening, are they?
Yes. Grimble, you can see light.
And okay, so I whisper to everyone else and say, guys, I think there are voices coming from there. I can't hear what they're saying, but there's some person talking.
Well, do we want to hide from these people? I don't
I
think
don't hear
there's
anything. What are you talking about?
Well,
Temerity
Should
says,
we-
I don't think we should be stealthy in this because they could perceive it as ill intent.
well, I inclined to agree, so I think we should head forward holding the torch. Well, I'm
Yeah,
heading forward holding the torch.
it's probably the other adventurers.
Okay, so as you kind of press on forwards, not being particularly stealthy, so you are sloshing around a little bit, making a bit of noise.
No, trying to stepping in the worst bits if possible.
It's all the worst bit. You kind of move
I'm so
forward,
going to buy a new pair of boots.
and as you move forward, you can kind of see there's almost this crack in the sewer wall, like an opening, and you can see the light coming towards it. And as you get forward, you can hear a number of people speaking in common. From what you can tell, they seem to be not arguing, but they're discussing which direction to go. As you kind of slosh a bit closer, the talking stops, and kind of just for a few seconds, there's a bit of silence, and then you hear a voice. Who goes there?
Before anyone can say anything, I go, okay.
I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. Who goes there?
We call ourselves the Shattered Lance. Who are you?
Are you friends?
Well, as far as I know, who are you?
My name is Daneth. I lead. And he said, come closer. It's we've come through, and he kind of you haven't seen anything yet, and he kind of beckons you towards, basically calling you towards this crack in the rocks. Come closer so we can talk better.
I warily agree.
Right. I will. If the rest of the party does that, then in our marching order with the tough people at the front, I'm inclined to agree.
Temerity hiding out loud. Okay. So you're right at the bottom for this.
Yep. Okay.
You see?
So,
Just be able to see a little bit of light. Don't worry about popping yourselves on the map yet. Or do.
okay, so they're the people there that were. Okay.
He goes, hello. I assume you're here about the bounty?
Yes. I take it you are as well.
Yes, from the Took?
Yes.
Well met, sir. My name is Daneth, and I lead this band, the Sons of Lothar. Sorry, what did you say your name was?
We currently call ourselves the Shattered Lance. Or Shattered. It's a work in progress.
Newbies, I see. Fair
Well,
enough.
I wouldn't exactly say we're newbies, but we're
bunches.
more new at the formal side of this. New to the Took.
Okay, well, very nice to meet you. As I said, my name is Daneth. We have Jaina, Illyria, Galdron. Say hello. You see, there's you can see a young elven lass. Young human lass, robed, kind of gives you a wave. Elven ranger, again female, looks relatively young. Says, "Well met." And a dwarf again dressed in rose goes, "Aye, nice to meet you."
I wave at them.
Do I take it that the body back there was your handiwork?
Yes. That was. We've tracked these beasts through to their. This seems to be the lair where they've originated from, and we've been tracking them down. We believe the mother, the hen, as you would, was within these caverns somewhere.
Yes.
I assume you say you're hunting them as well.
Yes. It seemed to be a good introduction to the Took. Is it my imagination, or are these bigger than one might expect?
Yes, that is correct. I'm not sure what's happened to these, but they appear to be larger than the standard cockatrices that I have encountered in the past. I do suspect some form of magical play or mutation at work. But they are relatively easy to dispatch and deal with, but they appear to be in rather large numbers, unfortunately.
What was the better way you found with dealing with them?
A swift smash to the head tends to deal with them quite easily. Without their brain, they're powerless.
That's a good shot.
Top tip, kill them.
I tell you what. As new people and as the newbies to our guild, and we appear to be in competition. How about a wager? As you can see, the path splits left and right. We've currently been discussing the best way forwards. I suggest, or I propose, we take one way, you take the other. Whoever kills the most cockatrices and retrieves their claws gets the bounty. What do you say?
I think if we... I think it sounds a good idea in principle, but I think if both of us are going to do some of the work, then I think both parties should have at least some of the reward. 2/3 to the to the party that kills the most.
Very fair. I like the cut of your jib. Very well, you have a deal, and he holds out an armoured gauntlet to shake your hand.
I look back to Temerity and ask Temerity to see if he thinks which way would be the better way.
He just kind of looks and goes,
I look to the rest of the party to before I shake his hand to see if anyone seems to dispute this. If not, I'll shake his hand.
I'll nod at you.
I nod.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Excellent. Have you a preference? Beginner's luck and all?
Can you give us a second to discuss?
If you must.
Okay. Well, if one way seems as good as another because we are new at this, why don't we toss a coin?
We could just try and look for tracks maybe instead. First. Before we rely on luck.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, if you look around on the ground, tracks everywhere.
Oh, okay.
There are lots of them going in all different directions.
Let's just go left.
Pretty good to me.
Okay. Right. We seem to be wanting to go left, so if you would like to go right.
He turns to his party. Are we in agreement? They just go, I suppose. Yeah, sure.
Huzzah!
Very well. We have a bet. We will meet you back here. In terms of the collection of claws, if we each take one right claw each, if we take one right claw from each creature, that should prove the numbers. Do you agree?
Okay. Yes. So I think in all fairness, I say fishing out the current claws, you appear to have left some behind.
One is no matter.
Well, in the spirit of competition, we should do it on an even footing.
Fair enough.
So you're one up.
Leave this one here. How about you leave this one here to mark our meeting place?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Sons, off we go. And as I say, they kind of all turn, and he marches off towards down to the. They all kind of head off towards the right.
With that, I look to the rest of our party and advance left.
Yep, let's row.
Yep, let's go.
Okay.
As you kind of go around the corner, you can hear, "Aha! Our first quarry! To battle!"
You've activated my trap card.
And and you see him disappear around the corner.
And then as we turn the corner, I also go, you fuckers, let's get them. Even though there's nothing there.
Yeah, we're important.
There's like 10 down here, lol.
Okay, so as you kind of go through, again, you are in quite low light. So for those, has everyone got dark vision apart from Ellen and Aishi?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Which is why I'm gathering.
Asai is currently carrying a torch for the benefit of those with knots. who don't have it.
So I've reduced Aishi's and Ellen's vision rate to 30 yards.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. I can
That's
still
fine.
see a decent amount-ish.
So as you kind of go forward, you can see the path splits up into a number of different avenues.
With that, I sort of say, guys, I think we should keep formation and not split the party.
Right.
I agree.
Okay. I'm guessing that without metagaming, we might be able to hear something about now.
Though I do see something kind of strange to our right at the minute.
So as you
think
kind
I
of
can
go around
see
the
the
corner,
tail.
so there's a lot of echoing, there's a lot of drips and drangs and like dank wubs, so dank sounds.
So
coming
dank
through.
means what?
There are wild dank memes abound.
Ripper on me.
Dicks out. Yes, there are. You can hear sounds, and as you kind of turn around the corner, you do you catch the glimpse of what looks to be the behind of one of these cockatrice. Yes, it doesn't seem to have noticed you right now.
I stop the party for a second and say, I think there's something to our right somewhere.
I'll pull out my potion and drink that.
Okay,
It's a potion of mobility.
awesome. Just make sure you add it onto your lead.
Yep.
And do whatever negatives it gives you as well.
Yeah, it's a negative on initiative.
And with that, I sneak. Can I sneak?
You can try and stealth.
I'll take a stealth check. Give me a sec. And with that, I sort of sneak to about here to see if I can see it.
Okay, pretty sneaky, booky. Yes, you do manage to kind of poke your head around the corner, and you can see this, basically what looks to be a lizard chicken. Stands about 3 to 4 foot tall, scratching away at the dirt. Doesn't seem to have noticed you. It's like grey, greeny in colour.
Okay, I turn back towards my party and I say, guys, there's one round there. I think because it's a narrow corridor, we should play it safe. Throw a rock down the corridor and see if it comes after us. If so, we can hit it with a shit ton of ranged attacks.
Okay, what do you
Just
want
don't
me
get
to
bit
do?
by it.
You guys are taking this very seriously for a cockatrice.
Yeah, can we not just smash it in the face?
I've never encountered a cockatrice before, so I don't know. My character genuinely doesn't know. He's never
Yeah,
seen
neither does mine, to be fair.
And that guy looks a bit bigger than me.
You
And these do
you
seem
could
fairly
mount
wary.
it.
Ooh,
I
Okay,
pick up-
as you're sat there discussing this, you hear.
I pick up a pebble and I throw it there.
I take out a javelin and read it.
Okay, so you see this. You can see the creature kind of comes around the corner.
I ready my dagger to throw.
Same.
And it kind of looks at the wall, scratches around a little bit, doesn't seem to have noticed you at this point.
Sure. I'll throw the javelin.
Should we roll initiative?
Not at this point. Just make
And I'll throw the
those
dagger.
of you who, everyone who wants to throw stuff, throw stuff. Make your attack
I'm going to
rolls.
use a short bow, if that's cool.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I do.
So, 6, 12, 20, 28. Let's add temerity in there just for the fun of it. Actually, no, temerity doesn't have a weapon right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, did I not lend him
You gave
my
the short bow.
short bow? Yeah.
Would he not have a dagger?
He's got the short bow's better for him anyway. So we've got a total of 6, 12, 20, 28, 35 damage. So as this cockatrice starts crowing the roll, doof, 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 peppered, filled with holes, and it's fucking comedically pinned to the wall, just kind of frozen there, and that is well and truly dead.
Okay, I'd like to run over to the cockatrice and take a wary look around this way to see if anything's around there.
I'm gonna grab my dagger back.
And I sort of look back and say,
I'll
"Someone
retrieve
with a-
my dagger."
someone with a
So,
knife."
Yeah,
Grimble,
so-
your dagger automatically retrieves because it's magic.
Oh, that is awesome. I did not realise it automatically retrieved, otherwise I would have been throwing it more often.
Yeah, magic thrown weapons, something I've learned recently, they automatically return to you.
Ooh.
Magic, right? Okay, and Aishi, you can't see anything from where you are. If you want to make a perception check.
I can make something either way.
I'm gonna run up and take the claw.
Okay. So you gain 1 right cockatrice claw. And Corey, you can hear stuff around you. At this point from where you are, you can kind of hear but they're kind of all around you. The cavern you're in right now is very echoey.
I'd say
Now
we
we've
should
seen
go.
how easy they are to kill, should we split up?
I'd
Yeah, I
say
think we
no.
could.
If one of us gets paralysed, it could bugger stuff up for the other people.
We can split into 2 teams.
2 teams of 3.
Yeah, and if we find the big guy, come back. Don't fight that. We're just 1 team.
Okay, which paths are we gonna take?
Up and left.
Up and left? Okay, Kindar, do you want to go with one and I'll go with the other
Yeah.
one?
So you're splitting up.
I think so.
I'm against this.
It is known. Carry on.
What does everybody else want to do? I don't mind either way.
To be fair, with the rate we just got through that one, I don't really think we should need to split up.
Whoops. I've just realised I've not done something properly.
We don't want to take too long deciding because the other people are off running around at the moment.
Let's stay together and just press forward as the way Aishi's going then.
Okie dokie.
I mean, I don't mind going down, to be fair. We can go down or up.
Let's go this way, might as well.
Yeah, may as well. No. We
Okay.
can always come back.
I sort of, with that, I carry on looking around corners and...
You should have just had like a chunk of your vision disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I've forgotten to set the dynamic lighting for something, which is now fixed. I see! So as you bound around the corner, you can see 3 of the cockatrice. 1, 2, 3.
Can they see me?
One of them does see you because he's looking right at you.
I sort of put my arm out to the rest of them, tell them to stop and step back slightly.
At
Ever
this
so
point-
slightly.
You might I would like you all to roll initiative. God damn it, Leroy.
Oh, and I have a -4, and that's I got a -1
hell.
initiative.
That's impressive. Just throw temerity. And before anyone asks, no, I haven't got FRS out because it's on. Is Charles with us? No, he's buggered off. Un momento, por favor. There we go, I think it's everyone now. Descend order. Lol, -1. Does that mean you miss a go? Okay.
I don't think so.
No. Aisha, you're up.
Okay, yeah, so with my first turn, I'm going to turn around to this guy. And I'm going to give him a good old whack. So when I can find what I'm doing, I'm going to
punch.
do that.
That'll hit and does 12 points of
And
bludgeoning damage.
Fucking hell.
Is it dead yet?
You do another 12 points of bludgeoning damage. It's still up, but it's not looking very healthy. God damn it. You flurry.
Jeez.
No, I can do 3 normal. I can get my 2 normal attacks and then an unarmed strike.
I hate monks. It's dead. So
And then
you
I
can-
move back.
Fuck monks. Okay. Gribble, you're up. Dinner's ready.
I'm going to
Dinner?
hit that
Is someone
guy.
got dinner?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Okay, so that... Which one are you shooting at? Top one or bottom one? That one. Okay, you do hit and do 4 points of piercing / cold damage. Sai, pretty much lost behind at this point, is going to move up. Can he see anything from there? He's going to... Yeah, he's just about
I'll
to see
take
that one. And he's going to just cast a very simple... Chill Touch.
So it gets disadvantage.
No.
Oh no, the cockatrice gets disadvantage on its next attack.
No, it's only against undeads.
Oh, okay.
That does hit. It does 5 points of necrotic damage. Okay, Temerity. Temerity is going to... He's going to hang back and ready in action in case one charges. Elland, you're up.
I'm gonna just jump around the corner and chuck a dagger because I'm still a bit wary of what these things can do. So, just gonna fling a dagger at one.
You miss.
Ah, fucking miss. All right, I'm gonna fling another one. Why not?
Which one? The bottom one?
Yes, the bottom one.
Okay, that does hit and does 4 points of piercing damage.
Cool. I'm out of daggers.
Wow, you lasted well. Oh, we've lost Daz. We've lost Charlie. We've lost Charles. I'm not going to NPC all of them. Daz is going to be 15 minutes. Charlie's going to be... He's going to be a few minutes as well, and Charles will be a few minutes. He said it's going to be 5, so we'll just do this. We'll do a couple more rounds. Okay, so at this point, this first cockatrice is going to move up, and it's going to make a Oma bite attack against Elland.
Yep.
And misses.
Oh god damn it! This means it's going to crit on me.
The other one's going to also attack Elland. 17 to hit.
Oh, he just does. You fucker.
Okay, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
I certainly can. Yep.
You take the bite damage. You take 7 damage, but that's it.
Okay, cool.
And you see another 2 kind of...
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, Kindar's up. Open his sheet. The day that D&D became a single-player game. He's going to... So he's going to activate his greatsword right. So he kind of draws his greatsword and it crackles with a fine blue energy, which means he does something else.
How does that work? Do you take like 5 damage or something?
He takes, I think it's a hit die. There, he takes an amount of damage. I can't remember off the top of my head, so I need to find out. But I was just saying, I'm going to knock off 5 damage for now. Every time you activate the right, you drain some of your own HP.
Yeah, because you like infuse the weapon with your blood, don't you?
Yes, blood magic. So he's going to move around to there, and he's going to fucking smack it with a sword. He goes, kablooey. Really?
Oh.
What?
Rolling 0 plus 4 plus what? He's not.
20 plus 7.
He's not put any of the damage die rolls in there.
What was it? A great sword.
It's a great
Let me
sword.
just have a look.
Is that D12 or is it? So the two D12
I
or
think
2D6.
Bear with me. It's 2d6.
2D6 plus. I think it's a D4 for the right damage.
Is it? I thought you got more than that.
I think at level 5 it may be a D6 actually. That's more like it. And he does 15 points of slashing lightning damage.
Cool.
And he does it again. And does 15 points of slashing and lightning damage. And cleaves its head off.
Excellent.
Aisha, you're up.
So, before anything happens, I'm using Flurry of Blows. So I'm using 4.
Okay,
Just because you always moan when I don't declare it, so I'm declaring.
that's fine.
So I'm gonna hit this one.
Yep. That hits for 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I hit him again.
For 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Has this one gone down yet?
It's still up.
Because I thought he was already damaged.
He was.
I did
not
like
dead yet.
4 damage to it.
He
It
didn't
wasn't
hit it very. He hit it with a dagger.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it again then.
And 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And he's down.
And then
Nice.
I run over to this one.
Yep.
And I'm gonna smack him too.
That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to impose the effect that he can't take reactions. And actually, no. What I'm going to do is stunning strike instead.
Okay.
Nice.
This is why I always wanted to play a monk. He
damn.
he saves,
That was close.
so he's not stunned. Okay.
Son.
Grimble's turn, and Grimble's not here. I'm going to end up with more character sheets open than I do creature sheets.
I'm moving back over to here either way.
Okay. Grimble is going to do what Grimble does, and he's going to throw a dagger at the one that Aishi just punched, and does 5 points of piercing and cold damage. Throw it again. I'm not sure. Actually, I'll have to look at druids. Never mind. Hasai is going to chilling touch for 5 points of necrotic damage. Timothy's going to ready in action in case one charges. Elland, you get it.
I'm going to get involved, run up to this one, give him a taste of Samantha. Two-handed. 14.
That will hit for 12 bludgeoning damage, and it goes down.
With that, I
Cool.
give him a smiling nod and say, "Yeah."
Thanks. And I turn to this one, and I give him a smash as well.
That misses.
Yeah, not to worry.
Okay, he gonna bite you back,
Yeah,
and misses.
misses, yeah.
Okay, well that's that turn done. Kindar. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move up, and he's going to go slicey. Miss.
Ooh,
Oh,
So that's
he hasn't configured that properly either.
no, I didn't bother doing that. So he gets 24 points of damage.
fucking hell. It's a good job you didn't have that sword when I was fighting him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't have Samantha either.
That's true, that's true.
Or your magic cloak. No, he doesn't die at all. He's still alive.
With that, I'm gonna start running over. Actually, no, that one at the top isn't dead, is it? So we're
No.
still in combat order. No, never mind.
And I'm back.
Welcome back, Charles.
It's your go anyway, though, actually.
Oh, it's my go.
Yeah, it's your
Sweet.
go.
I'm gonna jump over here and hit it again.
And that hits, and it goes down.
And then I'm gonna move
And
back here.
that's the end of combat for now, anyway.
I'm gonna
Cool.
take the claw off this one and this one down here.
How are you doing so? You got a knife?
Possibly.
But you're just gonna rip the fucker off.
Yeah. I will use some form of means to do so.
That's fine. We remove the.
I'll pick up my knives that I threw earlier and just take them off this. Oh no, you're doing this one, aren't you?
You can do that one if you want.
It doesn't matter, does it? Like, we'll just harvest the claws.
With that,
Mhm.
I'm gonna run around here to these guys as well and say, "Guys, you can come out now."
You successfully harvest 5 claws.
Cool. Do you want me to keep hold of them all?
Yeah, you can be our inventory keeper, and I chuck my two over to Elland.
Cool.
Yeah. If you just pass them to me, I'll bung them in the bag of holding.
Okay, so we've got 6 so far.
And I sort of start sneaking around the corner again. Do you want me to make a stealth check?
Yes, please do make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Okay. Hold on. I can't find stealth, so I'm gonna have to use. I'll use stealth instead.
Fine. Okay, fine. If everyone's happy with him going forwards.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, off you go.
I'm just gonna sort of edge around the corner a little. And we've hit a damn fork again.
Jeez. Just go
This
whichever
way-
way you want. Doesn't really matter, does it?
I feel like
You're just
this-
running around a hobo killing everything.
I'm gonna
Yep.
turn right because I feel like that's gonna lead us somewhere different.
Okay.
What's that? It's a fork in the road.
Ah, fork!
Fucking hell.
It's another fork.
They're breeding.
They're increasing in numbers.
It's actually a fork infestation. The cockatrices are.
There's one here, guys.
And as you shout
Okay.
that, it kind of turns and charges at you.
I'm gonna edge around this corner too.
Right.
You get to
Okay.
do something before it gets to you.
I'm going to zap it before it gets to me.
Zap it away.
I thought you were talking about forks. I didn't realise
Yeah,
there's an
so did
actual
I.
cockatrice.
How tough are these things? I missed all the combat.
You'll find out, I guess.
Okay. Right, I will chromatic orbit at level 2 then.
Wow. Fucking balls deep here.
He's going ham.
Well, I don't know how tough they are. I missed it.
Go for it.
Okay. Right, shit, I can't do that. I'll only cast it at level 1 because I've got it set up at level 2.
You do hit and do 15 points of very damage. What type of damage would you like to do?
Lightning, please.
Lightning!
Okay, that's a level 1 version, incidentally. So I've got to do another.
You got what?
I said I was going to do it at level 2, so I've got to
Just
do
roll an
another
extra
1d8.
die.
Yeah.
Let's roll 1d8. Decapit.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
That works
So
out
that
22.
is
anyone
a
dead?
total of 22 damage to it.
You do 22 points of damage. It's still up.
Bugger!
And it charges you and it goes, om nom 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 nom. I'm gonna bite your balls.
Are we just going to use the same
Oh,
initiative
damn it!
order for the whole thing?
Yeah, I was gonna keep the initiative
Jeez.
order.
Oh dear.
He goes, ah! But as you it kind of shocks and jolts and it just kind of runs right past you and face plants the wall. Being terrible. Oh, what have we got? Is that someone else joining us? Hey, and Daz is back as well.
Oh, we're all back.
The gang's back together. I can stop playing every character.
Can I hear this going on?
You can quite easily hear this. Does anyone want to react? I'm not going to use the initiative
Yeah.
order for this. It's
Yeah,
a cock
Yeah, I
one
want to run down
cockatrice.
and lend a hand.
Okay,
I'm going to smash it.
go for it.
Oh,
Miss.
fucking
Okay,
again.
let's do
There you
this.
Samantha hits, and with Samantha's hit, the cockatrice goes down.
Smash
Yay.
in the head. I'll just nick its claw off quickly and hand it to Hasai and be like, "Here you go, Chief."
Right, so we're now up to 7.
Seven.
Quick, let's go. We're on
Yeah,
a
come on,
tight,
guys.
on a tight
On a
ship.
tight schedule.
Where have we explored, by the way? Have we gone down there yet?
No, we haven't. That was just me poking my
Okay,
head
okay.
down there and finding.
Can
There
I
were
make
many
a perception
forks.
check? To... Oh no, I probably can't tell anything anyway.
About.
Ignore the tiny campfires that are spreading out.
Oh, is that what they are?
The idea here is it kind of maps out a little bit where you've been. I'm trying to think.
It's almost as if the forks are leaving behind little bits of scat.
I'm trying to think of a better solution for this, but
Right.
right now this is the best I've got. So
That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's like we're lighting torches as we go or something.
yeah,
I take it Grimble and Temerity are following us.
very slowly.
Yes, I've kind of been reduced to playing it on my phone, but I've kind of got it half down packed.
Okay, I'm sneakying around here.
Okay, so Aishi, you can't actually see it at the moment because the torch is far behind you. So yeah, you might want to light your own torch at this point. If you're
We
going to
should
keep running on
maybe-
ahead, the
Actually,
torch
me
is
and
current.
you should get like little things that we can attach, like little shoulder holsters or something, so that we could have a torch
Yeah.
just sticking out the top like a flag or something.
like a GoPro.
Yeah.
Well, or buy something from Wes.
I sort of assumed with this that everyone's following anyway.
The magic mining helmet. What's it do? It lights up. Okay, so
Yes, make sure you're very clear when you say mining, not miner helmet.
okay, so Hasai, you do see, and Grimble, you do see one up to the top, but it hasn't noticed you. And Aishi, with a bit of light, you do see some silhouettes in the distance.
Okay,
How way
with
should we
this
go?
one... I think we can easily kill the one at the one to our left. I think we could easily kill it if we sort of chuck something and all ranged it.
I beckon Temerity over because he's got a bow.
So I
Temerity
saw.
moves around the corner, and he fires. His piddling little short bow. Twice. And he does fucking 11 damage. And after that we'll kick on to initiative, so after Temerity is Alan.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll stand at the front and
I'm gonna
throw
get
my
rid of this
daggers
fork.
again.
Okay.
I'd rather they come to me than me get to them. So. Fucking. Well, I did 6 at least.
You did 6 points of piercing damage. Yay! Okay, their turn.
Because we caught them by surprise, is this not our surprise round?
If you really want to min-max us against a bunch of cockatrices.
Hell yeah.
We're not that guys yet.
I'll
Um,
take any chance I get.
No, just let them attack me.
It'll be funny.
Okay, so one bite.
Variants, so
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's going to hit you for 6 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Fine.
Awesome.
That's your
Oh, fucking
that's
hell.
another hit, so 8 points of piercing damage and another Constitution check.
Right. Oh shit.
Okay, so after the cockatrice has bitten you, you kind of you feel your muscles start to tense up around you.
Oh my god, he's pulled the book out.
Don't sound so
Shit.
scared. You kind of feel your body start to tense up around you.
I yell over, do a wicked cool pose before you harden.
And then you kind of the rest of you watch as Ellen's features turn to grey as he slowly turns into a stone statue of his former self. You are petrified.
Can my final pose be like one hand on my waist and then like a peace sign pointed out and then like a big wink as well?
Yes, it can.
Thank you.
And the last one is going to move in to try, and he's just going to bite you. It's an auto
Okay.
hit. You take 8 damage.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, Kindar,
Ooh. Have I got any right on, by the way?
your right is on. I couldn't remember how much health to take off. I know,
5 is just my level, so I think you've done it right.
I did 5. I guessed
Yeah.
5.
I said 5.
Whatever.
Yeah. I'll so can I can't attack that one from there, can I?
No, but you can get to here and attack this one.
Yeah. I'll run over to here then, and then whack this one twice with my greatsword.
Go for it.
Uh,
And you haven't put any any of your damage die in. I've done the right one, but you have to do the. Is your right? Is it a D6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that, so you want to do that for the rest of your attacks. Like your great swords
Yep.
got no dice in it.
Oh yeah, they've got no damage die for some reason.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty pathetic when I rolled it the first time. That'll hit for 17 damage.
Nice.
Oh, I get to reroll one of those because of my great weapon, fighting style thing. Reroll the 1s and 2s.
Okay, yeah, reroll the 2.
So, hey, 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay, and attack again.
Of course they did that.
18 damage. It's down. So you kill that one
Nice.
off.
I'll step. No, I won't step there. I'll stay here.
Okay, Aishi, you're up.
So can I get down to here?
That's
Just
here.
On top
Right.
of that other one.
Yes. You can kind of stand over its corpse. I'll allow it.
Yay! So I'm gonna hit this one in front of me.
Yep, 7,
I'm gonna hit him again,
10, 17,
and I'm gonna hit him again.
24.
Then if that's
He's still standing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
so with that, can I use my? I can't use a bonus action to move over them. Can
You've
I?
already used your bonus action.
Yeah, that's cool. So I'll stay put.
Okay. Grumble, you're up.
Okay, so I think I'll move right about there. And get some character sheet. And do what is it? Sacred Flame on one of them.
Okay, which the left one or the right one?
Left one.
Okay. Dex save.
Fuck!
Oh, fuck.
Fucking ninja.
Oh my god.
Okay,
fine, you're up.
that ends my turn.
Okay. Right.
So if you move to here, you can attack. But from where you
Okay.
are, you kind of got a rock in the way.
Thinking. Give me a second. Nearly there.
Remember, I am a gnome. You could probably occupy the same space as me.
You can.
Yeah, it's more because I can't do anything area attack, or it's going to hit Elland and Aishi. I suppose I could do. No, that's a
Not
bad
if you
idea.
Not if you put it behind them.
Right. It's the area where he is right now. It's kind of limited to where he can hit. What are you trying to do?
I think I'll forget that, and I'll just do chill touch against the bloodied one at this stage.
Okay. Give it a nice cupping. You hit and you do 13 points of necrotic damage, and it goes down.
Damn.
Temerity is going to fire his short bow twice. And does 12 points of piercing damage to this one. 12, not 1. I forgot. Let's do that. Okay, but it's still up, and that's his turn. Elland, make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As you kind of, just as you finish and the stone form takes hold, you kind of break free from it,
Nice.
and you manage to resist the petrification spell at the last minute,
Yay.
the last second.
Uh,
You are free, but that is pretty much your turn.
That's my turn. Yeah, that's fine. Can I move at all? Well, actually, it doesn't matter anyway.
You can move
Yeah,
for
can
a
I?
It depends where you're looking to move to.
I want to move sort of behind him so that everyone else can get a better view, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll sort of circle round him.
Okay, he's going to have another bite.
Well, he hasn't left contact with him, has he?
No, it's their turn.
This
Oh, I
is,
see.
yeah.
Okay, it's going to have a bite against Aishi. And misses.
Yeah, boy.
This one, after hearing the commotion, is going to run down and have a chomp at Asai.
Oh,
Constitution saving throw, please, and 4 points of damage.
Okay, I'm just checking my AC, isn't it?
It's 15.
Yeah, so buggery hits.
Is it 15?
Okay.
It's quite
Yes,
high.
it is. It's 15 because I haven't engaged my spell
Oh
saving.
yeah. Morning.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Constitution.
for my alarm.
No, your AC is only a 13
Okay,
because your blade
So
dance
I just
not
have-
in effect.
right. All right, well.
But
so
yeah, I think
it hit me.
No, sorry, 15 is right. 15 is right. It still hits anyway. Make a con saving throw. No effect.
hmm But I take.
4 points of piercing damage.
Right.
Okay, Kindar, you're up.
Oh, shit. That one.
Sorry, I was muted. I can't run through this bit.
Yeah, you can get
through
there.
Chimera. Okay, I'll do that then. And try and just whack this guy with my greatsword twice.
Go for it. Both miss.
Oh, damn, they both rolled pretty bad. Oh,
Double
look
miss.
sheepish.
Drop.
Aishi, you're up.
Well, the one nearest me, I'm going to take a swing at him to start with. Does that
hit,
take him down?
and he's down.
I'm then going to take a move over to here, and I'm also going to hit this guy.
Okay. That hits and does 12, 30 points of... 12, 30? That's math for you. That does
22.
22 points of damage. Is that your turn?
Can I justifiably get around the outside so that others can attack?
Probably not.
No,
Ah! I touched something. Hold on.
don't touch things.
No! What did I do? I zoomed out really far.
No, you're probably not going to be able to get through.
Where am I quickly? Sorry.
they'll be chucking stuff anyway, so it's alright.
As long as they can get a shot in, I'm fine.
Okay, Grimble, you're up.
Okay, I would probably could it be possible that I throw my dagger at him
Yeah.
without hitting Aishi?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just please don't roll a 1.
Did that press?
No. That did. And you miss.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Asai, you're up.
Okay, well, I will circle round to here. And I will attack him with my rapier and try to go with a cantrip whilst I'm at it. So, first of all, rapier attack.
Yeah, you're trying to green flame blade it.
Yes.
That's fine, you don't need to. You crit him, and you kind of just pierce through his heart. And he's down.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Grab the claws, guys.
Yeah, with
Right,
that.
I'm going to have a quick look round here to see if there's any more up there.
Wait, I was begging him to wait.
No, I just want, that's as far as I'm going.
No, let him run off into the darkness.
Well, as I had one run at me from there, I want to make sure there wasn't another one behind it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 claws.
Yep.
So we're now up
How
to
many do we
11.
have at the moment?
How many have you got?
11. I believe.
I would
So
like to
add up
examine
one.
this.
We need to
2,
do 10
3,
or
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, 11.
You got 11. Okay.
Because I left the one that we fished out of the sewer behind. Okay.
Are other people coming too, by the way?
Temerity is very slowly.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Is
Like
there
some kind of zombie.
is Is there anything in this room that the cockatrice were in?
From what you can see, no, it's just an empty cavern. There's cockatrice poop. That, not a lot.
That's
Okay.
valuable.
Alan is a bit more hesitant now that he's been petrified by one. He's gonna maybe.
I'm
know.
still stupid as ever, so I'm gonna have a peek around the corner.
Okay, you don't see anything from where you are.
I was hoping Hosai was sort of behind me, but
Well, why don't I give bloody you a torch so you can see?
that'd work.
I
That'd
did
work.
suggest this earlier. There you go.
The only reason I was carrying it was so he could have his hands free, but I don't think it matters at the moment.
Okay. Proceed.
So do you want me
what?
to make another stealth check, by the way?
If you're trying to be stealthy.
I am trying to do a sneaky.
Is everyone trying to be sneaky beaky?
I'm sort of with the torch. I'm checking around corners and stuff.
Yep, that's fine. You're walking.
You're trying to be stealthy while holding a torch.
It's not going to work.
Carry on.
There's rocks on the floor.
You don't work.
I see a tail.
I see a tail. I'd say we've
lost someone.
Temerity.
He's coming.
He should be at the front really, because you can see in the dark and he shoots long range.
Yeah.
I should be near the
It's a
front.
shame.
He should be near, he
Yeah.
should be at the back. So,
Right.
so I don't have to worry about him.
Yeah, I sort of look back and I say, can the ranger come forwards?
No.
Okay, with that I just
Scared of going up front.
Can I actually see it?
I look back and just say, guys, we should rush it
At that,
Alright.
time
and
to
go for the
rush.
surprise round.
Um,
Guys,
okay, if you want to try and surprise it.
Rush, rush, rush.
so I run in and ah!
Okay.
Okay,
I
as
go
you
to
run in,
here.
every pair of eyes in the room looks at you from the massive fucking torch you're holding. And you see the largest cockatrice you've seen so far. This one stands a good
Right.
6 foot tall.
Okay.
You
Can I fireball it, please?
No,
Not yet.
because it's Aishi's turn. So, let's take it from the top.
Okay, so to start with, I'm just gonna pound the fuck out of this one. As I said I was going to do anyway.
Okay. So that's a hit and another hit. So that is 32 points of bludgeoning damage. It goes down.
I then sort of move myself out of the way.
Grumble, you're up.
Okay, I will move up to about here, I suppose. And throw my dagger at it.
Go
That
for it.
big guy.
Okay. That hits for 6 points of piercing damage. Congratulations.
Is it time to meet Mr. Bear yet?
He should be cold. Not yet.
Hasai, you're up.
Right, I move forward to there. And I like.
Okay. It's getting a bit
So I can
crowded
move-
there.
Sorry?
It's getting a bit crowded there. You can occupy.
Well, I'm going
the
to move back in a second.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'd like to do a fireball, which I can centre here, I believe. I think that should miss us and hit them.
Okay, what's the radius on fireball?
It is quite big.
Big, it's 150 feet.
No,
That's not-
that's the
that's
range.
Oh, okay. The radius is 20 feet.
20-foot sphere.
Center of.
Whoa.
Right, so if I can just... Okay, let's move it
Not
a
done yet.
bit this way, please.
It's bigger, yeah.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
see, I think I might be able to get all of them. Up a bit.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's getting bigger.
Up a bit, please. And right a touch, not that way. Down and right a bit. Down a bit. That'll do it.
There. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't hit me.
Jesus, man.
So if you roll
Custom
damage,
spell.
Oh, yeah, third level spells.
Fucking hell, are they all dead?
okay, I can't remember. So it's going to hit all of them. 4 dex
They
saving
get-
throws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what is the DC?
Right.
It should be for you. I'm guessing about 14.
Around about right, yeah.
Pardon my ignorance, but how do I find that out? It's
What's your intelligence?
What's your?
I-
It'll be
So-
10 plus your casting mod.
No, it's
It's not.
8 plus 3 now, plus his casting mod.
It's
about
8
5.
plus the casting mod plus his proficiency bonus.
well, my intelligence is 18, so that's 4 for that.
It should tell you itself if you go into your character sheet into your spell book. It says right along the bottom here in this big thing that says save DC. Your wizard save DC is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So,
Fucking hell.
so 3 of them take half damage. So
Still fucking good.
so that
Yeah.
is what 14. So 14 points. 14 points. 14 points. And 28 points to the top corner. Okay.
okay. And I now move back.
Okay. Temerity is going to. It's going to move up.
I've left a space for Temerity to stand in. Yeah,
He's
there we
going
go.
to shoot the one at the back with his short bow. One that looks nearly dead. That's going to hit, and he's just going to shoot the big guy. So that both hits. And that one's dead. And he's going to move back. Elland, you're up.
Okay,
You chose
first,
the right way.
as a bonus, I pull the ripcord, give it a swig of the old the flask, and go rage.
Like to rage.
And then I guess I'm gonna attack the big one
Go
because
for
I
it.
feel like that's what Elland would do. Smash the biggest thing in the room. So it's a Samantha, I think, twice.
Twice, and you get an additional damage.
Yeah.
So that's first one hits, the second one misses. So 6 plus 2.
Yeah,
So 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
that was rubbish.
It was pretty shit.
It's alright. So I got its attention.
I think I did that.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so it's going to make 2 bite attacks.
Big,
First
big.
one hits, so Constitution saving throw, please.
I get advantage. Do I?
Not for Constitution, I don't
No, I don't.
I think it's
Sorry.
strength.
It's strength. Actually, let me just check.
No, he's Ellen, so he just gets advantage for everything.
Yeah, pretty much. I got bear, didn't I? I don't know if that means I get
I'm just checking.
Resist-
The book. 2 seconds.
resistance.
This bear just kind of gives you something
Resistance
else.
to damage, isn't
Resistance to all types of damage. No, so you're resistant to damage, so we're raging. I'll just make sure to just look in the path of the Totem Warrior. Bear.
it? No, I don't think so.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
So you feel that very similar sensation
Yeah.
of rock around you, and you begin to petrify again.
Lovely.
Seeing this, we're going to have one rush up here, and these two are going to come up to both attack the nearest thing they see, and that's going to be Kindar.
So, yeah, that hits.
That's a crit,
That does
so
not.
again, that's 6 points of piercing damage, but also need a Constitution saving throw.
And do.
You also feel your body start to tense up as you begin to turn to stone.
Is this making me restrained? Because I'm immune to that. 'cause of
You're
the
not
potion.
immune to petrification, though.
Oh. God damn it.
Okay, so you can now make another Constitution saving throw to try and resist.
Phew.
And you do manage to almost shrug it off, but that is your turn.
Luckily.
Aishi, you're up.
So I'm going to use my flurry of blows again.
On.
To start with, I'm going to attack this one.
Yep. That'll hit for 9. That'll hit for 8. Still up. And that'll hit for another 8. And that's
Okay.
down.
So I'm going to give this one another smack as well then.
Yep, and you hit that for 12.
I'm going to impose that it can't take reactions its turn, and I'm going to move back here.
Okay. Grimble, you're up.
Okay, I will go. See, might just duck inside here.
Yep.
Actually, I might go one further if I can.
Yeah, you can go around. You have to go around, so it's 20 foot you've used.
Okay, and then I'll jump there too.
Then to there, then to there. So yeah.
Okay, so that would be about all my movement.
Yep.
And I will throw. You know what? Yeah, I'll just throw another dagger at the big guy. Well, the same dagger, but
Okay.
does that work?
Not yet. There you go. You hit for 22 points. 22? You hit for 22 and you 6 points of piercing
almost.
and cold damage.
Did it twice. Whoops. Oh well. Yep.
Okay, Sai is going to. I assume Giles is back. No. Oh,
he's
perfectly
coming back.
timing. Sai, you're up. And you. Yep, go for it.
Okay, right. So we've got one big beastie left.
One big E and one little E.
And one little one in the way.
Okay.
That's already damaged.
They're both bloodied at this point.
Okay. I'm going to engage my spell singing thingy, which goes to there, and I turn that on. Sort of blade dancing, sorry.
Blade singing. Uh-huh.
Right.
What song does it sing?
Purple Rain.
Paul, right, etc. And I'm going to try and rapier this guy with the cantrip again.
If we have any
Rapier.
audio issues on the string, that could sound really wrong.
I get to rape it with a rapier. Okay.
That'll hit and does 12 points of piercy damage, and it
And
goes
I shall
down.
now. Oh,
Every time you keep using it, you keep killing. Stop doing so much damage. Is that your turn?
I'm going to go over to there.
Okay. Temerity's going to move up and fire twice with his short bow. Twang, twang, and does 16 points of piercing damage. Elland, Constitution saving throw, please.
Yup. Yay!
Again, just as the petrification takes hold of you, you manage to overpower it and shrug it, and you shake it off. You shake it off.
Shake it out. Shake it out.
But that, again, that's
I
your
do.
turn.
I do shake it off. And also because I got a crit, all my clothes are clean now.
Okay. Okay, he's going to move over towards Grimble. It's going to make 2 bite attacks.
Uh-oh.
So I need... so that's 15 points of damage, and I need 2 Constitution saving throws from you.
Okay. Yeah. It's core stats here. Yeah.
Yes. Should be on the left, I think. Yeah. Wow, middle
Yeah.
left.
I don't know if it's rolling them. It's
Yeah. So
Oh,
you've
made
succeeded
three.
the first one. The second one, however, you did fail. So you feel your limbs begin to tighten up as the petrification spell takes hold.
You should activate your ring and become
Yes.
tiny.
You can
Become
become a
real
statue.
garden gnome.
You
Tiny,
can become a
tiny.
garden
garden
gnome.
gnome.
A
Look
model.
at the statuette.
Kindar, you're up.
I'll run over to Grimble and Ellen and try and whack this guy twice.
Go for it.
What's weapons?
Second,
What
the
did it roll
first hit.
damage?
You,
Wait, the first one hit.
first one missed. The second one did hit though.
Okay. One moment. It's where's the button now?
I don't know how you managed to do no damage, but
There.
excellent. Okay. How do you want to do this?
Oh. So it bit Grimble, right?
It did bite Grimble, yes.
Can I run up and kind of swing upwards and just cut it off at the neck? Cut its head off as it's like biting towards him.
Yep, so just as Grimble starts to turn to its stony exterior, the cockatrice's head still extended, you charge forwards, greatsword up, performing a massive uppercut to its exposed neck, severing its head from its body in a clean fell sploot. Normally there'd be a bit of splatter of blood, but as your lightning blade courses through it, you cauterize the wound, and the smell of burnt flesh fills the air.
I
And it
walk
is
in and
dead.
I go, guys, can I smell chicken?
No, this is turkey.
It's a bit dry. And with that, Grimble, I need another Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be petrified.
Oh,
As you're kind of fighting for your stone form, and you trying to, but you turn into stone. You are
Could
petrified.
I have like just started trying to turn into a bear as I'm doing it? Turning stone? Oh.
You
We are
kind
not
of you
carrying
half
out a
try it,
stone bear.
and you become slightly hairier. But you are still frozen in your garden gnome form.
I just had a good idea, guys. How about I combine the ring with the bear?
You
Tiny
become
bear.
a teddy bear. So Grimble is petrified.
I suppose if you combined it with the bear, you'll get the bear's hit points, but your attacks will be nerfed.
Yes, but your AC would go up,
And you'd be a tiny bear.
and you'd be a tiny bear.
Yeah.
To be fair, it could have happened. It would have been worse if it had happened to anyone else because we can carry Grimble fairly easily.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna say, all right, Grimble, don't go anywhere, and I'm gonna start taking the feet off some of these cockatrices.
Okay, so you harvest the cockatrice's feet, and Grimble is still stuck in his stony form.
It wears off.
Does
in, like,
anyone know
24
how to
hours.
fix him?
It's temporary, so we just gotta wait it out, I think.
Just got to wait.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just pick him up then and
Yeah.
carry him like under my arm.
Just
Is there
don't
any-
smash him off anything.
Is there anything interesting about the big cockatrice apart from the fact that it's especially big?
Make an investigation check.
Maybe it's got gold in its belly.
So you kind of look over the cockatrice. You're not really familiar with these creatures, but from what you've seen in the other ones, it looks to be mainly just a larger variant. It looks like some bits are out of proportion, it's overgrown. It looks like some kind of magical mutation has increased the size of this one, but apart from that, you can't really see much of interest.
Well, I think if we are going to do a harvesting of things, this is the one to do it from, because it's probably
Yeah.
worth the most.
I agree with that. I sort of beckon over her side because I feel like he'd have a better knowledge of that stuff and say, "Do you want to harvest it?"
Yeah, I think so, and I think we're probably ahead of the other team now. And
These are quite big claws.
right, so I would like to do an Arcana check to try and work out what's the best bits to. I mean, blood's obvious. I imagine.
Make your Arcana check then.
Yeah.
So you can see most of these points will be quite valuable. You can see maybe its eyes, some of its blood, eyes, and maybe some of its scales.
Giblets.
Right.
And it's also
sweet.
kind of, and that's about it really. So blood, eyes.
Does it have feathers or not?
You got a couple.
Oh, well, I'll take some blood. I'll take its eyes. I'll take some feathers, and of course, we'll take the claws.
Yep.
Actually, sorry, I'm going to take the head of this one just to show off to the other lot. Say, you killed those ones, we killed this one.
Very well.
How long does it take to do all that?
It probably spends about 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. And then we should,
Which probably
just
means
in
your rage
case,
so the rage and the blade singing have both subsided.
Yeah.
then just in case the other team do overtake us for whatever reason, I think we should go back and retrace our steps just to see if there are any more lurking about.
I agree.
Are there any eggs in here that we could?
You don't see
take.
any eggs.
Oh man,
What are these
No-
things
no
been
breakfast.
eating? Are there any signs of what they've been eating?
You can see
People.
small carcasses of small animals, rats, the odd giant rat-like carcass, stuff like that.
right, I've picked up another torch and I'm running back again.
Right. Well, Ellen had better help carry Grimble.
Yeah, I'll just take him under my arm.
Rubber balls.
In your inventory, you have gained a Grumble. If you just move yourself
That's a-
along with the party, Grumble.
As long as he's stone, I could put him in the bag of holding, couldn't I?
Let's not risk it. I'll carry him.
No, I'm not going to do that because he might turn back or something. And then instead of a garden gnome, we'll have a corpse.
That wouldn't be good. Don't want to be a corpse.
Nah,
Most people don't, strangely.
you're quite useful in your current state.
You're a nice decoration.
Right, so we haven't been up there, have we?
No, we
Not
should
up
go
this-
that way.
No. Do you want me to roll a stealth check to peek around the corner, by the way?
It's no point. You're carrying a torch.
Gotta take all the fun out of stuff. God.
It's a dead
Oh.
end anyway.
Okay.
Ah! Wait, no, I saw something move.
It's the fireplace.
I like we should go this way. Peek around the corner.
Ninja style.
Around the corner.
Oh,
We have incoming.
So Temerity does point out these two cockatrices to the bottom. Just down there. You can just see them in the silhouette, Aishi.
Okay, I'd like
Do you
to whack out a short bow and just.
Do you want me to do anything, or do you actually want to open with your bow shot?
I'd rather Temerity open with a bow shot, if anything.
Okay, Temerity lines up and fires two
I thought-
short bow attacks at the bottom cockatrice. Boom! And that is 15 points of piercing damage.
And I should follow that up with mine too.
Yeah. That's a miss.
Fair enough.
At this point, so we've used if we just go from the top, so Grimble, miss, Hasai.
Okay. Right, I take it. Have we hit anything?
Yes.
So this
That
one down
was
here
the
is this one here has taken a few arrows.
Right, in which case I will use. Actually, there's no particular reason to save my spells at this stage, is there?
no,
I'm
no.
saying this to the party, not to the GM.
No, go for it. Kill them dead.
Kill 'em
All
dead.
right.
Better to kill them before they petrify us again.
Yeah,
By
I'll
us, he
do.
means him.
Yeah, me again.
Hiding
In
in the
which
back.
case, okay. I can I do shatter without deafening us?
Maybe.
Oh, well.
I should be fine. I'm stone.
Okay, I will do shatter here.
Cast away.
And then duck back.
One success, so the top one succeeds. So the top one fails. Takes 17 points of thunder damage, and the second one only takes 8. There is quite a large echo, but it's quite a large cavern. It kind of runs through. It doesn't really affect you guys. That's so. Elland, if you want to go, then it's their turn.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can make it all the way there, so
Are you going to put Grimble down?
yeah, I'll place him at the back, sort of around the corner a little bit, just out of the way, and then
Yes, put him to the side so we don't trip over him and break him.
yeah, I'll just chuck both my daggers, I think.
Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
First one hits, the second one misses.
3 damage. Yay.
Okay, so they're both going to turn and charge! Caca! One against Elland, one against Temerity.
Yeah.
Nom. That's Elland, and that's Temerity. Both need
Right.
Constitution saving throws. Both succeed.
Cool.
Kindar,
Smashy smash on the one in front of me.
go for it. Sorry, stop tapping.
Ooh.
That's a. Sort your dice out.
It's because of the thingy where after reroll it's easier if I do like this. I can see them.
12 points. So you take the first one dies. The first attack.
It goes to a 15. But oh, okay, in that
Instead.
case I'll then jump on him, this guy instead.
Okay. And, so
And
the
then-
second attack
That's a shame.
was 12, so that hits anyway. 14 points of damage.
Whoa.
And he goes down as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Roar.
Again, the same sort of thing with this one. I'm gonna grab a claw and go into a wall. Apparently. Then we'll probably carry on once everyone's picked themselves up.
Yeah, I'll just go and pick up Grumble again.
I'll stand
Thank you.
here.
I was kind of hoping no one would, you wouldn't forget about me.
So this, again with torch in hand, I'm probably going to go this way and see if anything's down there.
So, as you round the corner, you do see another few in the gloom.
Yeah. Would it be? Yeah, bugger it. I'm just going to run up to one and smack it.
This is gonna fucking bollocks deep charge it. Okay,
I'm
go
just
for
going
it.
to storm him and give him a couple of smacks.
Hit, miss, hit. So 22 points of damage. Grimble, you're up.
What do I do? I'm
Oh,
frozen.
sorry, you're not up at all. Aside is unavailable, so I'm just going to chuck him there. And shall I make him cast Fireball?
Oh yeah. So
Actually, what's your dodge like?
And I'm pretty sure my dex is 20, but that's besides the point.
Dex of 20. Well, so if I hit one right there, it's going to hit all of them, including you.
It probably won't kill you.
He's just gonna. I'll save his spell slots. I will. He's just going to that thing that he does. Chilling touch. Let's fire off some cantrips. Grasp, chilling touch. Cast the spell. There we go, and that hits for 11 points of necrotic damage. And
So
down
this
it
one-
goes. Okay, Temerity is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to move T about here, and he's going to let off for the short bow at the bottom one. 2 shots. And does 18 points of piercing damage.
Jeez.
Ellen, you're up.
Okay. Let's see if I can.
It's 45.
Oh.
But
I don't know
if
if I
you
can
went
make
to there, so 40 feet will get you to here.
I've got a speed of 50.
I don't know what your speed is. Probably 40.
That's yeah, it's 50.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know why. Did I get a cloak?
Mine's 45.
Maybe it's 40. Maybe I've
I think
added a
I
10
think it
on.
might be 40. But even so, that
It
means
sounds about right.
you can get to
yeah.
here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna dash. Oh, I'll as a bonus, I'll drop Gumball very lightly
Place him.
on the floor. Yeah, place him. Lunge
Place him.
forwards and give him a double tap.
So that hits, and you do 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And
Better.
it also performed Human Shield.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
My main role.
This one is going to run up to Temerity.
I get an opportunity then, yeah?
Actually, no, you both.
Oh
do.
yeah,
And
we
so-
do.
So
Go on.
both do a single attack. Hit and crit. It turns as it runs past. You both hit it, and it kind of turns into paste as it's running. And it goes down. It kind of lands about there. This one here is going to make its bite attack against Elland and crits for 9 damage. Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw. I'm doing quite well on these crits today, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
You fail.
fuck.
So again, the old that spell from Harry Potter
Yeah.
takes hold.
Petrificatus Totalum.
Thank you. Nerd.
Read something! God damn it.
And these two are going to jump out as well.
Oh jeez.
Kinder. Bueno.
Did one,
Bueno.
2. I'd see that guy, wouldn't I? If I started like
Yeah.
running down. Yeah. I'll run over to him then and whack him twice.
Give him a cuddle.
We're gonna win this, guys.
So if you roll your
We
damage,
fought
they
a
both hit.
load of cockachai.
11. You get to reroll.
I think I played the
yeah,
biggest
well.
role.
It's slightly better, so 30.
13.
Yeah. And then. Yeah. And then 20.
So 33.
Yep.
And he goes down in a blaze of glory. Aisha, you're up.
I'll stand there.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna activate another flurry of blows.
I'm going to activate my trap card.
I've activated my trap card. And I'm going to hit this one with an unarmed strike.
8 damage.
Has this one gone down yet?
Nope.
And again.
9 damage. Now it's gone down.
And I'm now going to turn to this one and going to do another 2 on this.
Hit. So 15 points of damage.
Then I'm going to impose. Actually, no. I'm going to impose the effect that it can't take reactions, and I'm going to move back to here.
You can move more backwards. Rimble, nothing. Kasai, are you back with us yet, Charles?
Yeah, I'm back.
You're up. I just used Chilling Touch for you, so no spells lost used. We nearly fireballed Corey.
Nearly.
That would have been entertaining.
It was tempting.
Okay.
So if you want to get a good shot, you're going to have to get to about here. To move down one more, because you can't be on.
I can do that. Okay. And it's bloodied already.
Yep.
Ah, fuck it. I'll use another cantrip. I don't think it...
It's got about 15 HP left.
Sorry, I might do something more impressive. Okay, I will chromatic orbit.
As he misses.
Ooh.
That hits,
Oh,
and you do
fuck.
a massive 8 points of damage. You suck.
Boom! Yeah. And at that point, I will then sheepishly back up to here.
Can you make it fire damage so we can have some roast chicken?
No.
Temerity kind of sneaky beakies around the back, and he's going to lose 2 arrows. And does
This
13
is like the
points.
world's strongest chicken.
13 points of piercing damage right up the bumhole. And it kind of pierces out through the mouth. It's basically just skewered this chicken, and down it goes.
That is disgusting.
But it's automatically rotisserable now.
Come up here and slap Elland and help him with his constitution.
And so, Ellen, Constitution saving throw, please.
Yay!
Thank God.
You
Thanks
break
for the help.
free. You want to break free. And there you go. You're not petrified. If you were petrified, that would be quite funny.
Yeah, because no one's carrying me around.
It would take the rest of the party to get you out.
Yeah.
No.
Then you
I'll
have to come
put
back to
and
me.
pick up the Grimball.
I want to see what's in our final bit there. That was nothing there.
And there's another boss! And it's a dead end.
So we've declawed a load of these ones too.
Right.
Glory is not very friendly to cockatrices.
So we now need to have an add up how many we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4,
23.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Am I wrong?
Did you count the big one?
That's separate. No, I didn't count
Okay,
it.
then yeah, I counted the big one. So yeah, I think I got the same as you then.
So you got 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 1 giant.
That's quite a horde.
I think the giant one should count as more than one.
That
Counts
still
as
only
1
counts
and a
as 1.
half. That still
Unless
only
they-
counts as 1.
It had the
Oh, we got no dwarfs
it
to
had
count
the HP of 3, so I'd say we'll take 3. Add the
Yes,
other 2.
When we meet up the other party and discover they found a dragon.
Come
Hey,
back,
that wasn't the bounty though.
drag-
That don't count.
carrying back dragon bones.
Okay, I think we now go back to meet
Yeah.
the
Unless we
losers.
can cross any path that we haven't come
You
down
call
yet.
them losers.
I meant in terms of the bet rather than anything else.
Well, we don't know
You
that
don't know how
yet.
many they killed.
True, this is true, but I think we stand a pretty good chance with our haul.
He had like 10 big ones.
Hell, for all we
Probably
know,
all
we'll
dead.
have to then go and save them. Maybe they're all stone.
Nope. God damn it. Keep Grimble away. Don't let
That's
them
a
see him.
good point, actually. They could all be petrified by now.
Yeah, I'll just hide Grimball like inside my cloak actually.
As you round the corner, you can see Daneth and crew. Kind of, they're sitting on some of the steps, just having a bit of a rest. You can see 3 of them appear to be relatively fine. However, Galdron, the dwarf, appears to be in a similar predicament to that of Grimble. We just lost Corey.
Corey.
Corey! Wow.
That works.
Anyway, so yeah, you can see the rest of them look okay, but Galdran is currently a statue, but he's done it in quite a heroic. He's kind of like flexing in a heroic pose as he's gone down.
And made it awkward for anyone to carry him.
Yeah. Just drag him by the extended arm.
So as he ran the corridor, he goes. Daneth calls out, "Oh, hello, friends. I take it. How fared your hunt?"
Fairly well. I see
We
one of
hunted
your...
many cocks.
What?
I'm going
You
to
hunted
ignore
many
anything he
cocks?
said.
Ah. Yes, ignore my camp friend.
Fair enough.
One of your colleagues appears to have something of a predicament. What
Yeah.
do you know about how to restore him?
He'll come back to normal soon. Cockatrice petrification isn't permanent, luckily. Generally lasts a day or two, and then they return to their normal grumpy selves. I see you also have a problem. Luckily, it was a small one, eh?
Yeah.
So,
Well,
how many did you manage to slay? How many claws did you collect?
Well, I think the most sporting way for us to do that is if we empty them into 2 piles, and then we can all see how we did.
Very well. Jaina, the claws. Okay. And she pulls out this bag and pile of claws. I believe this we received 22 in total. How about yourselves?
Well, it's funny you should say that. We seem to have come up with almost exactly the same number, but then we came across this one, and I bring out the head.
Ah, I was wondering where that got to. Ah, very, very good. Did it put up quite a fight? Was it a good duel?
Yes. This is where obviously no normal cockatrice could overcome one of us. So this is where sadly we had a minor problem with ours.
Understandable. Now, well, quite a prize. Well, how many do you say that you... How many claws did you manage to obtain?
23.
22 plus the ones from the big one.
I say that counts as 2.
That still only counts as 1. Galdran would say if he was not a stone statue.
Jaina.
Such a shame.
You go, yeah. Well, even in claws, you did get the mother though. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd say that has you as winners of our little agreement. Congratulations, and he gives you a little clap.
Yes, thank you. Now, seeing as you seem to be experienced in all this, we do appear to have... Where might one sell the remains round here?
Ooh, he has a think. Have a chat with Treve. He might be able to help you with that. We very rarely harvest the reagents from these smaller creatures. Treve may be able to point you in the right direction. Maybe he has a buyer or any kind of contracts lined up.
I think a lot of it is just getting to know the right people. So this seems to be a relatively good way of doing that. So yeah, well, obviously there'll be more interesting things to come, but contact's a contact.
Indeed, definitely. You have a chat with Treve, see what he says.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Do you need any assistance with your fellow?
Oh no. He may look. He may have eaten several too many pies, but he's pretty light actually. We're just having a bit of a rest up here, and then we'll be making our way back to the Took. Yourselves?
We'll probably be doing the same.
Yeah. No, I think that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
We need to get our gnome friend to somewhere warm and safe before he gets put in the garden.
I assure you, he's probably not going anywhere. Well, very well. We will take a rest, and we shall see you back at the Took. Well
I then
played.
I then
Good
walk
man,
past,
well
and
played.
sort of as I walk past, I shake this guy's hand.
Yeah, you go. Oh yes. You're a strange one, but you'll do.
Yeah, that's what most people tend to say.
And with that, they kind of turn around, they go back, and they just sit on some of the steps that are going down.
Can I just trouble the GM for their names for future use, please?
Yes. Did you mean you didn't write it down when I told you?
I was slightly preoccupied,
I know dinner.
You've got.
unless somebody else did.
Daneth.
I highly doubt anybody wrote them down. That's just me. That may be a presumption on my part, but I have a feeling I may be correct. You have
I hate how
Daneth.
you presume that.
You have Daneth the warrior, the fighter guy. Guldran, so that's Guldran, the dwarf. Jaina, the mage,
Jaina.
and Illyria, the elf. And Illyria is Alleria, and I definitely didn't steal any of those names from any universe.
Alleria.
Yes, Illyria.
This is sort of making me want to play Hearthstone now.
Something, a card game.
These may have been stolen from the Warcraft universe.
Yeah.
Copyrighted, of course.
TM.
But TM.
Soon TM.
Soon, TM.
Okay, so they've got 2 mages on their party, have they?
They have what looks to be a warlock and a wizard.
Actually, before I leave, I ask where we'd be able to find them in general.
Oh, you generally
Took.
they're in the Took.
Ah. Well, I think, yes, we'll meet up with the Took and perhaps socialise when we're not in the sewer.
Fine idea.
Be good.
Okay, is that it? Are you heading back?
I think with that, yes, we may as well accompany them to the Took.
Well, they're going to be resting up for a little while.
Well, all right. Do we want to rest here before we go, or what do we want
We're
to do?
still in a sewer. I don't really want to rest in a sewer.
Yeah, let's go. We can even go back to the inn.
Yeah, let's bounce.
Well, okay, yeah.
Okay.
First thing is hand over the claws.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Dakla.
We won anyway. So.
So you're heading back. You're heading to the Took, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have one for that, so we're just going to put you in the lab. Okay, so you return to the Took, as per agreed. You head up, and you can see Treve still at his desk, writing down some stuff in his ledger. As you walk up, this time he actually does. He stops reading. He looks up and goes, "Ah, hello, noobs.
Yes.
How Let me start that again. Hello, noobs. How was your hunt?"
Oh, very acceptable. We just a small problem. We put Grimble on the table.
I see you've met the magical properties of the cockatrice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, how big do these things grow?
They're generally quite small, but I'd heard that these ones were slightly larger than average.
Okay. So, what did they tell you, and what did you not tell us?
There was a cockatrice infestation, and you were to root it out.
Well, so your normal size. Well, what sort of size were you led to believe they were?
I assumed 3-4 foot.
I take out the head and put it in front of him.
And I say, look at that then. What do you make
Nice.
of that?
Nice.
I think
That's a big
they
one.
may have missed some information out.
Well, you see, that's what you're here for. You go and find it. If you give him do you want what did you want? Did you want them to go through, find the lair, give you a scouting report of everything that's in there, and then tell you to kill it?
No, it's more to do with the fact that an honest day's work and all that lot. Because if they're not giving us you the correct information, that's not good for your business or us.
How would they know? Honestly, come on.
I wouldn't know. I'm just
Exactly.
pointing it out. But we took the contract as agreed. Yes, I start taking out all the claws.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
we-
Just leave them in the bag. Just give me the bag.
Yeah, you can make probably some pretty decent food out of that, actually. I've got a lot of meat on the bones.
Yeah,
Right.
sure you can.
Now, we actually encountered some of our fellows there, so we're only due 2/3 of the reward.
You met Daneth and his lot. Did they make it out all right?
Yeah, well, one of them encountered the same sort of problem that we did, but I understand he should be joining us shortly. and we'll be around in a day or so.
Ah, fair enough, fair enough. 2/3 of a reward. And he sits there, thinking. And thinking.
I look over and I'm mouthing 300. 300.
270.
He gives us 300.
My brain is not working. He sits there, he's thinking. 207, 200, 270. 270. Does that sound about right? Yeah, it does. Alright, give me a minute and let me go get the gold. And he turns around, he hobbles in, wanders off into a back room. He walks with a bit of a straight. You haven't noticed it before, but he walks with a bit of a strange gait to his leg, almost like he's got a damaged right leg or something. He brings it back.
Like his knee.
Like he'd take an arrow to the knee. That wasn't where I was going. And he brings back saying, "Here you go. Payment as promised. Look, you've already made your subscription fee back. Said you it was easy, didn't I?"
This is great.
Do you want someone to look at your friend there?
Well, I'm led to believe that this wears off, doesn't it?
Yes, 24 hours-ish.
Yeah, we do have a few clerics around. I can grab one of them for you.
Go if this
Yeah,
is one
I
of the...
decided that he was there when I made the deal with the shopkeeper, and I got to be there in less than a day to get my ring.
Yes, he does have to go because the ring is currently stonified. Petrified to him.
Okay, so yes, if you could point us towards some of the clerics, that would be helpful.
He kind of looks around. Walks around more towards the bar. Oi! Joanna! Got a sec? You see this female, a human female, probably a bit older, probably about mid-30s-ish. Head to toe chainmail, massive warhammer and shield over the back. She goes, "What? Come here, we need some of your holy magic." She kind of sighs, puts down a big mug of ale, wanders over, sees the petrified gnome and goes, Problem with the cockatrices.
Yeah. Well, sometimes people just aren't quick enough.
Yeah, I've seen it several times around these parts. We should be able to get rid of that with a restoration spell. You guys are new here, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Tell you what, as a one-off, buy us a drink and I'll do it for free.
Okay, well, we're delighted to do that. What's your poison, so to speak?
The strongest thing around, Dwarven Thunder Ale.
Okay. Well, I will walk over to the bar and yes, whatever the lady desires.
His
Not
barkeep
that.
turns to you and goes, "Oh, be careful what you wish for, bro." He then turns around and starts pouring the Thunder Ale, big flagon. As you do so, she's just seemingly satisfied with the drink. Turns towards.
Just hold off a second. Do you have a crayon at all, or some? I want to put moustache.
The barkeep just kind of looks over and just
It's a running joke. Don't worry about
shakes
it.
his head. And at this point, Johanna comes over to Grimble. A warm light spreads from her hands, kind of enveloping the gnome's body. You can see a little crack forms in the stone, and the stony shell shatters, and out pops a very startled-looking Grimble.
Mid-transforming into a bear.
And then boom into a bear. Let's just say
With a
you get
moustache.
it sorted out. He goes, "There. How do you feel?"
Arr.
I imagine she might be slightly perturbed by him suddenly turning into a bear, but there you go.
And I sort of look over and I go, Grimble, you sort of have to get going soon. What about that ring?
Druid,
And,
is it?
yeah,
I'm assuming this guy's a druid, or is this something he just randomly does? Because I might be able to cure that as well.
No, it is not lycanthropy.
Okay, so he kind of reaches round and kind of gives you a scratch behind the ear.
okay, yeah, and I just go back to being a gnome.
And as he goes through, she's just patting you on the head. There. Who's a good gnome? Who's a good gnome? Who's a good
And then
gnome?
I shrink.
And then she goes, my work here is done, and heads back off to the bar. And grabs her thunder arrow and goes, nice meeting you. Now, leave me to drink in peace.
What was the name again?
And she goes, Johanna. Johanna!
So, what happened?
Anyone want to answer him?
You said what? I didn't hear.
Wait, what?
He said, what happened?
You got fucked by a cockatrice. We killed the rest of them, and now we're back here, and we just reaped our rewards.
Yeah. We
You
beat
didn't
the other team, by the way, and they got somebody stoned as well.
Oh, jeez.
It's alright, because now we have money.
Yes.
I bet I would have been easy to carry home, though.
Yes, you were indeed easier to carry. I think that's one of the reasons they're resting for a while. Yes.
You know what?
But also,
though?
I imagine
This
it
ring is
probably
real
looks...
keeper.
At this point, Treve kind of said, he's still hanging around, he goes, well, now that you're back to your, inverted commas, normal selves, feel free to make use of the bar, food, drink, or take another bounty if you're feeling adventurous. We have rooms available for guild members at a discounted rate. Upstairs, if you have nowhere to stay. But yeah, if you need anything, let me know.
Oh. I think we'll probably have a little bit of a rest before we do anything else, but I think...
Time is it?
Yeah.
So time-wise, as you're walking back, it's probably about it's mid-afternoon right now, probably about three-ish.
Oh, I want to go see you, Wes.
You're going to see Wes, are you?
Yes, I went to purchase this ring that I'm only loaning.
Maybe we can see if he's done anything about the tent too, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
On the way, I could probably run by the blacksmith and see if they've made any work on the gloves after like fucking 3 days.
Right, you only dropped the stuff off to them yesterday.
Did I?
Yeah, you've only stayed
Yeah.
here one night, so they won't have made any progress on the gloves yet.
I thought it had been 2 days.
No, you
No.
slept once. So you
Um,
arrived midday, got into the city,
Oh,
went
damn.
had a tour, went for a sleep, and now this is the next day. So you've only been here, you're only here for your second day.
Oh damn, my perception
got a
of
lot
time is
done.
skewed. Yeah, we did.
It's weird. You've been productive.
If we do this every day, we could own this city by the end of the week.
Incidentally, for future reference, as I paid the fees for everyone on the Slayer's take, I've taken 100 gold to repay that to myself.
That's fine.
We'll go through the treasury later.
Yeah, so that's 170s to the group pot.
What I'm going to
Yeah.
do is I will tally up and write down everything that everyone spent. And put it on. I'll probably put it on a forum post later or something. And then you can fight over the gold. Okay, so you're heading to Wes's.
Yeah.
Okay. All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, have you not met Wes? Wes is a very interesting individual. He has all
Yeah.
sorts of interesting things.
He sounds it.
Some
I'm gonna have a word
too
with him.
interesting.
God,
I kind of try to keep as far away from Kindar as I can.
Okay. Doing Wes is very energy draining. Okay, so you head back to Wes's Wondrous Workshop. Takes you from where you are. You know where you're going now, but it still takes you about 20 minutes, half hour to walk there.
And I make sure I'm wearing a jacket.
Has it actually become workshop as opposed to wares? It
Sorry,
doesn't actually
wares.
work.
Wes's Wondrous Wares. The workshop's out back. So again, you reach the door. Open as always. Unlocked. Not open, but unlocked. You can head in. With all of you in there now, it's getting pretty cramped. Because because again, it's only probably about 10 foot by 15 foot in terms of size, so it's a bit snug, but you're all in there. No sign of Wes.
I
Call out
knock on the
Wes.
barrel.
Knock on the barrel, nothing happens. Call out Wes,
Like that.
nothing happens.
I open the barrel and have a look in it.
You see Wes looking out at you. Yes? Can I help you?
My colleague has returned. I believe you had an arrangement about a ring.
I'm a bit busy at the moment. He pulls the lid down. Then you hear a flush. A few seconds pass. Flush again. Everyone's just kind of standing around. Barrel opens up again. He hops out. He walks past you guys. A bit of tissue paper stuck to the bottom of his foot, and it goes around. This time instead of climbing over his counter, he just walks around. Yes, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
You
I
might
would
want to
like
put
to
a
purchase
flag on your
string.
barrel. You know, busy or something.
I'll do with my barrel what I want to do with my barrel. Don't go looking at people's barrels. What was
Yeah,
that?
so
You want to buy the ring?
Yeah,
I
Grumble
do.
had a ring, but he sort of turned petrified earlier.
Shush.
Otherwise, we'd have been here by now.
Oh well, you're here now. So you want the ring? That's what was it? 200.
I believe it was.
250 gold,
I believe
wasn't
we agreed. No, I believe we agreed 50 gold off of the asking price, which was 200.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion? Okay.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yes,
my.
yes, yes, I remember. 150 gold, please.
Sweet
King
ass.
charisma.
So he hands it out. Hand over the little pouch of gold. He takes the pouch of gold and chucks it over his shoulder.
Okay.
The strange thing is,
Is
you
that-
can see over his shoulder, and you know he's chucked stuff there. And you look back, and there's nothing there. Anything
What
else
about
I can help you with?
Yeah,
I've got
what
a
about
lot
the
to.
tent?
I've got a lot to do.
How's
Huh?
that?
Have you got anything particularly charismatic that we could purchase?
Charismatic.
Yeah, like a fancy necklace or, I don't know, something cool like that. It would make people like you.
Let me check my stock. And he goes under his desk and starts rummaging around under his counter. He's looking around. He's looking around. He's looking around.
Whilst you're just as an aside, I don't want to interrupt
He
you.
puts his hand up and goes, "Shush! Thinking." Starts rummaging around. No, not those ones. He throws out the panties of resistance. They kind of just hang on a hook on the wall as he throws them. This'll do. He pulls out this little gold necklace. And he says, "The necklace of what is it called? Stuff. It does things. Makes people
Okay.
like you more, I think."
What things?
Yeah. Well, why don't we test it? Why don't we put it on Aishi's and see if it will like him more?
No, it's not that powerful. What does it do? What does it do? Give me a sec, let me check my notes. Opens his book, got blank pages, thumbs through it.
I've heard legends of something called +1 necklace.
And he opens it. He reads down a blank. You can see from where you are, this page from where you can see is completely blank. He's thumbing down it. Oh, yeah. Necklace of persuasion. Makes people more willing
Gullible.
to go along with. Gullible's a good word, yes. I can say that for 250.
Can I see that
Fucking
necklace for a
hell.
second? Can I see that necklace just for a second,
No,
I
please?
know where he's going with that.
no,
I just want to have a look. All I want to do is have a look.
no. So this necklace will give effectively +1 to persuasion rolls.
I just want to see the necklace just for a second.
At this point, he goes, "Do I have to throw you out of my shop?"
Can I just make full eye contact with him and just be like, "Are you sure that you work here?" Because
Make an insight check.
this guy's fucking insane.
I'm looking at Ellen going, well, we did warn him.
Fucking hell.
Yes, this is normal.
Please, can I have a look at the necklace, please?
With that, he snaps his fingers, and one of the barrels starts to move. It's kind of shaking in the corner of the room. The lid pops off. Boom. The barrel then floats up into the air, lands on you, and you're now stuck in a barrel.
I'd like to make a deck save to get out.
Go for
Deck
it.
save to avoid the barrel.
Go for it. You try and roll out of the way. You're in a tiny shop surrounded by people. There's nowhere to go. You're in a barrel. That's better.
Okay, I pull the barrel up just enough so I can waddle, and I waddle out the shop saying, "I'm taking this barrel. Bye."
You try and push this barrel, it doesn't budge.
Oh, I don't want to get into a fight with this guy, but I really want to get into a fight with this guy.
Anyway, necklace, yes. It's a dangerous item sometimes. It's a bit of a dangerous item, really.
Who would use this? Who's this going to be most beneficial to? Do you think out of our party?
Probably Hasai, because he does all the talking.
Yeah. Hasai, do you want it? Who's got the highest charisma now?
I'm pretty sure
Mine's-
you're all about 10.
We're all about
Yeah.
10, yeah.
Mark-
I'm
negative.
8.
All right, a quick vote. I'm 9. What's everybody else?
Alenda's 10.
I'm 8.
Grimble's 10.
Gindar
10. 8.
and Temerity. Temerity's 13.
Fucking hell,
So
give
what
it
would
him.
be temerity?
Yeah.
It's not really
We
good
will-
damage to him. It's going to give him +1. He's not proficient in it. He currently has a total of +1 to it.
Oh yeah, who's actually proficient in persuasion?
Nope.
Don't think anyone's going to be proficient in persuasion.
No, I'm not.
I think that's something for the future when we've brought our stats up a bit.
Yeah, let's leave it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to spend on something that might not be that useful.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And he chucks it behind him. Disappears.
Yeah, that was rubbish, little one.
You came to me.
Just a thought.
Do you want to be put in a barrel as well?
Yes, please. Put me in a barrel.
I don't think I've got a
I
barrel.
want to see if I can break out of one.
I don't think I've got a barrel big enough for you. You've got your friends have been nice, so I'll leave you off. Oh, your tent. It's not ready yet.
Okay. No.
Come back tomorrow.
Oh, I'll come back tomorrow. Is there any other things that you think might interest some members of my party? Because not everybody has met you before, and well, you said bring you customers, so I did.
What you got for the strong guy? That's me.
And the other strong guy, which is him.
Yep,
He says,
this guy, and I give him a slap on the shoulder.
I got no interest in this guy's stuff. This guy is insane.
well, that's what makes it fun.
He's a shyster. He's a massive shyster.
I don't think I've got anything in stock right now. I can do some enchantments, like I did with his bow, or doing.
Yeah, no, he did a
what are you
very
doing
good
to
deal
it?
for temerity. He actually added an enchantment that gave him some the ability to make his arrows fiery, which sounds quite impressive.
Yeah.
So I think you can already do something with lightning, can't you? But
Yeah, but
That's blood right.
I can always get more. It's not an enchantment.
He kind of looks
Well-
around behind Ellen and says, "Is that? I could do something to your hammer."
Yeah, what could you do to my hammer? Can you make it so when I hit people they turn to stone? Maybe if I give you a cockatrice thing.
Yeah, that's the point. We do have a whole lot of cockatrice bits. Would any of those be of any use to you? Do you buy such things?
I don't really buy them, but I might be able to do something with them. Petrifying.
That was an OP thing to ask. I wasn't being serious.
I was gonna say no. I don't think I could quite do that, or I could, but it costs you a lot of money.
But something along those lines, maybe like a fire enchantment, or I don't know.
I could do something similar. I can do. I'm trying to think because
What damage have we not got in the party?
You kind of got most
Ice,
of them.
but I can take ice soon. Oh wait, we have Chromatic Orb, which does whatever if you want.
Yeah.
Everything.
Tell you what, Wes, we don't want to disturb you. We have to come back here tomorrow. We've told you we've got some cockatrice things. We also had, if we also tell you what other bits we've got, and you have time to think, and then maybe you can decide what you might be able to do for us.
He's half listening to you. He's kind of thinking. What can I do with cockatrice bits? Cockatrice bits. I can make it hit harder. I can't do anything element-wise, but I can make it hit harder.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like the sound of that.
We can turn it into a +1 Warhammer.
All right.
It'll cost you
Could he-
for that 220.
Fucking hell. No, you drive a hard bargain, Wes.
You've not spent any of your money yet. You've still got like
Yeah, I
600 gold.
All right, fine. Yeah, because I'm getting the. Hey, I tell you what. Hey, I'm getting some knuckle dusters made too. Can you do anything with them if I pay you more?
What are they made of?
Dragon bone.
Ooh. Not without more dragon blood.
I have 2 vials left.
I could put some fiery stuff on that.
That sounds good.
Ellen, so are you intending to mostly punch things as opposed to hit them with your hammer?
Well, my thinking is, if I'm grappling someone, or if I'm grappling 2 people, then I'm headbutting them and I'm punching them, and you know, that's the plan.
If you provided the dragon blood, I could do the fiery thing. It wouldn't. I don't think. It might not be quite. No, I could. Yeah, I could do that. It'd be about. If you provide the blood, 150 gold.
Or what about Aishi? What if he did it to your gloves?
I'm in a barrel.
Did you not shout from inside the barrel?
You can hear. It's just a barrel.
I
You
can.
hear.
Okay, I shout outside the barrel. Yeah, that'd be cool.
What about if you did it to his gloves and then did my hammer, and I pay you 400?
Make a persuasion.
Okay. Oh.
So you're saying fiery enchantment on the gloves and enchantment on the warhammer for 400 gold,
Yeah.
and two vials of dragon blood and the cockatrice bits.
1 vial.
I need 2 to do the enchantment. It's 2 gloves.
Hassar, are you okay with that?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So the blood, the cockatrice bits, and 400 gold. Do we have a deal?
Yes. I shake his hand, his tiny hand.
You try to shake. You go to shake his hand, and he just turns around. Under his desk, you go. Okay, I'm gonna need your warhammer.
Alright, fine. She's called
How long
Samantha.
for, Wes? How long?
I'm still working on it, and I can throw it in for all of it. If I get my assistant to help me, 2 days.
Fine. I
Okay.
can use my sword until then.
It'll be ready when the bow's ready. So and the tent, actually all of it together. Because you've been so nice, I'll try and do it in 2 days. I'll get my apprentice Garius to help me.
Okay, thanks. Yeah,
So
and then
you hand over your warhammer.
yeah, I give it to him. Yeah.
Strange enough, as you hand it over, he just kind of very easily takes it one-handed, chucks it behind him.
I like this guy.
And the gloves. When will you bring the gloves, though? And the dusters.
If you get me out of the barrel, I will tell you.
Okay, he clicks his fingers, and the other top of the barrel pops off, so you can pop your head out.
I climb out of the barrel.
It's only like head-sized.
I don't care. I climb out of the barrel.
Make an acrobatics check. You fucking octopus through a maze, wiggle your way out of this barrel, and pop out at the top. So, when are you gonna have the gloves?
I'll let you know. I need to get the gloves first.
You're gonna have the gloves in about 2 days.
What seems like a small eternity, I'll get them to bring the gloves here once they're done.
Okay, it'll take me a couple more days after that.
So it'll be, what's the blacksmith's name again?
Zoltan.
Adalath and
That's,
Zoltan.
Adlath is the leather worker, Zoltan is the
Oh, right.
blacksmith.
So it'll either be the elfie guy or the other guy from the blacksmith that bring you the gloves, and then you can put an enchantment on them. Did you guys say it was for fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd rather not have an elemental damage on the gloves.
Well, that's what.
That's what it is.
Right.
Because then if I attack something that is
Use-
resistant
it's-
to fire...
It's charge based, so you can choose to use it.
Oh, okay, awesome. I'll do that then. I'll
So
do
you
that.
get 30 charges with the ability to add 1d4 fire damage and make your attack magic.
Okay, awesome.
I'm giving you guys
Which means
far
I
too
can-
many toys.
Which means I can punch ghosts too, but I can punch ghosts in like 1 level anyway.
Yeah, but you can punch them and burn them.
Yeah.
I need to make some stronger mobs up. Okay, yeah, so they come over, yeah. So, the first thing's 2 days, the rest of them 4 days?
Fine.
Okay.
Because the knuckle dusters come at the same time with the gloves, so the knuckle dusters and the gloves will be ready 4 days' time.
Yep.
The other things will be ready in 2 days' time. Okay, anything else?
I want the gloves!
Shut up. You haven't got.
Do I have to put you back in the barrel?
I dart backwards.
There isn't really anywhere to dart. You're in a 10 by 50. This shop is smaller than the tent.
He backflips out the shop.
Right. Well, it strikes me that being the enterprising person you are, you probably have ways to keep sorted bits from going off. So why don't we? You take the bits you need and you hang on to the rest of them for us, because you can probably look after them better than I can.
Okay. He holds his hands up.
Yeah, so we just start emptying out all the bits of cockatrice that we have, and including the big head. Thunk.
Throws. All behind him. You look over his shoulder, clean as a whistle. This guy's got some magic going on. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's probably it for today, but of course we will be back.
Okay. Bye. As he does that, he turns around and he opens a door that you didn't actually see before, and he opens the door to a back room. Off he goes. And as he goes, he goes, "Darius, what to do?" And done, the door shuts.
Where does Darius come from, by the way?
Darius,
Gary.
Oh, Darius.
from the name Gary. Gary with a G.
Okay.
He's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird.
That
Just
guy
shut
was
up.
insane.
Anyway, so what now?
I think.
I got the swordsmith ring.
So
I
just
got
for
the
your
swordsmith
information,
ring,
Daz,
yeah.
the ring only has 1 use per day.
I thought so.
Yeah, and I'm kind of beat at this point. We've had a decent amount of stuff to do.
Yeah,
So still,
that's
it's getting
fair.
towards late afternoon now, probably about 4ish. So
I'd say we go back to the place where we got the money from, the guild place.
Yeah. We should probably accept the bounty tonight, so that it's not taken in the morning or something.
which one?
I don't know,
banding
just one of them, because like there's the caravan escort and the hunt the guy down.
The one I was thinking about was the one that was... There was one of them in a couple of days, wasn't there, that we should accept?
That's the escort mission.
Escort. Yeah, we should like get our names down on that so nobody else takes it from
Yeah.
us.
Yep.
Okay, so heading back to the Took. Do you want to take a short rest and recover some HP? I'm thinking Ellen's a bit low.
Well, what are we planning to do?
We're not going out again today, are we?
Yeah,
No.
we could just sleep.
We could go hunt that guy down.
Not
Well,
out again
why don't
today.
we take the contract? But we, unless there's a pressing need, we can always go and do the contract tomorrow.
At first light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm just doing something because
I
I've
need
used
to go and see what just went bing.
I've used the same name about 3 times. So I'm just editing some of my NPCs.
Are we long resting then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long rest at the other place.
Okay.
I haven't actually
so you're going
taken
to sleep
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
inn
Yeah.
because
No, do you want to go to the Tuck place?
you can
Well,
either go to
shall
the
we-
Took. I can't remember how long you paid for rooms for. I think you paid for
Oh yeah, we
2
paid
nights.
for.
Did we get 2 nights? Yeah.
I think you
We
got
get
2 nights here, so you still have a paid for room here.
Oh yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
But have we
Okay.
gone back to the Took and accepted the mission at least?
Not yet. You haven't.
Oh,
I'd
no,
like
we
to do
didn't.
Again,
that before
you don't-
resting.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it's just whoever
Whoever
like
gets
kills
it.
Oh.
the guy or whatever.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought the escort thing was a sign-up thing.
You can sign up for the escort thing, but you can do it tomorrow if you want. It doesn't make a difference. I think.
So if we sign up and other people sign up, then we just split the money with whoever signs up, basically.
I
for
think
that one.
with the escort one, you assume it's going to be a case of, from what you saw on the board, however many people can sign up, and the provisioner gets to choose.
Oh, okay, right.
It's not going to take 15 bodyguards, for example.
But we
Yeah.
should. But we can get some information on the bandit thing, even if we're not going out straight off now. We can perhaps find out what we're hunting.
Okay.
I'd like to
Well,
take down
Harold.
some stuff.
Go to the.
Would you like to do what, Corey?
I'd like to take down some of the postings, as in like write down some postings.
Okay, so you're going back to the Took.
Let's go to the tuck before bed. Yeah.
Okay, so now, time-wise, let's just say it's about 4:30, 5-ish. Dusk is setting in.
Whilst we're en route, whilst we're paid up in the inn at the moment, they did mention cut price rooms. I was thinking maybe we want to move our accommodation to the Took after our current thing runs out, or do you want to go back and fight some more people, Elland?
No, I don't care about fighting anyone anymore. I just think I've solidified my champion status.
Didn't Aishi want to play at that game as well?
He did.
I
You still
did
bothered?
before I signed up first, and then someone pushed past me and fought Elland instead. Now
Wow.
I think it's stupid, and I don't want to anymore.
I don't really want to fight you, Aishi, anyway. So
I think Aishi probably would win
yeah, probably.
because he's ridiculous. Because he's a fucking monk. Okay, so heading back to the Took. Now it's a bit dark and it's darkening, and as you're walking through, you've been to and from this route in the last couple of days quite a few times, and you've seen a few alleys that you might be able to take as shortcuts. Would you like to take a shortcut?
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't.
Who's going to try and attack us? I mean, look at us.
Look at us, we're a capable bunch of adventurers who've just left our weapons behind. No.
I've got a giant greatsword. We're fine.
Okay,
I
fine.
can't
Now let's
So-
go.
and
Oh,
you've
what
also
the
got
hell?
a bear with you as well.
Yeah,
I can't
let's
leave
do
my
it.
weapons behind anyway.
No,
Yeah, just
Corey
keep your
is
hands
a
off.
weapon.
We
Okay,
should
so as
probably
you
learn a bit more about this place, so let's explore and try not to
Yeah.
get lost.
Okay, so you spend about 10 minutes. You go down one of the more back alleys. You don't. There's nothing that you see straight away. It is pretty dark. You still got it's darkening. You still got a little bit of low light. You've almost got these crates, boxes, barrels piled up outside the back. So imagine this alley is probably about 10 foot wide. It's pretty straight down, and you've got several boxes and barrels piled up along the side. Okay. As you're walking down, you can see probably about 20 feet in front of you. There's something sticking out from the side, from behind one of these barrels.
What sort of a something is it? Can you
Make a
slightly more-
perception check. From what you can see, again, you've got your dark vision, it looks like a foot.
Okay. I motion to us to be a bit... Well, hold up and go.
And he points out, and the rest of you can now see this rather small-looking foot and a bit of a leg sticking out from behind one of these barrels.
Okay. Um, getting my rapier ready to use. I'm not taking it out, but making sure it's accessible.
What are the rest
I
of you
get-
doing?
I get my fists out and
I equipped my fists.
Yeah, I pull my sword out too. My long sword.
can I
Yeah,
sort
I
of try and
pull out my
key up
dagger.
a little bit and have a look?
So who wants to get closer? It's just Aishi or everybody? Or who wants
I'll
to get
go with you, Aishi.
Okay,
Oh.
Aishi and Ellen, you do move closer. And you can see there is... So the way it's kind of got...
Oh, fuck off, I can't do that.
Aaron Jesus is kind today.
Yeah. I'm just standing back, being ready to do stuff should I need to.
With that, I walk over, I undo his belt, and then I say, "Guy, your belt's undone." And then he goes, "Ah, who the fuck are you?"
Okay, so as you move closer, you can see that all the barrels are stuck. So imagine you've got two barrels next to each other, and you can see like a leg protruding out from between the gap on the floor. Would you like to remove the barrels?
Can we look over the barrels?
They're kind of pushed up against the wall a little bit.
How
Oh,
high?
okay.
They're decent sized barrels. They're about 4 foot high. They're quite big things. If you want to get a proper look, you probably have to move it.
Can I vault over?
Oh,
There's a wall.
They're against the wall.
does he look alive?
Yeah, just can we just like tap his foot?
Yeah. So you
I tap the foot with my sword, just like with the flat of the sword.
no movement.
Oops, bloody hell.
Oh god.
Suddenly it rings.
I do not miss that sound.
No, I'm working in an hour. I'm not looking forward to hearing it. Hearing it at 2 o'clock in the morning is fucking horrible.
No.
Anyway, so no movement.
Yeah, we'll move the barrel then.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay. So as you move the barrels to the side, you can see a small figure propped up against the wall. Okay? And immediately you recognise them. As you move the barrels, you see the slumped, prone, greying form of Rigo Troublefoot, stuck against the wall, several puncture marks in his chest, stained red with blood, and a look of terror upon his face.
Guys, it's Rigo. Come and look at his dead body.
Yeah, I have noticed he's been a little bit quiet lately. Wonder
You
if
can
he's been up
see
to something.
the breastplate that he was wearing has been removed, and he's just kind of down to what you'd say is underclothes. His normal, his like clothes he'd wear under his armor.
I check if he. I mean, like he obviously looks dead, but I just make sure, like, check with the put. No, I said that wrong. I don't like snap his neck or anything.
Put a sword in his mouth.
Just like check if he's got a pulse or anything.
He's dead and looks like he may have been so for a good day.
Does he look like he's been looted?
He has been looted. His pockets are turned
Yeah.
out. He's got nothing on him.
Someone probably
And
killed
so
him.
Dazza couldn't handle it, and he's disappeared from the shock has knocked him over. If we give him a second to come back, because he's still in the 120.
With that,
Nah, it's fine.
With
carry
that though, I motion over to Ellen as if to pick him up and sort of put him on our shoulders.
Yeah. Oh well, he's only tiny. I could just pick him up and like hold him in front of me.
Yeah, but it's like a ceremonial thing, isn't it?
Okay, fine.
Like,
Yeah. Let's do that. So we pick him up.
As you do
Yeah.
pick him up, you do notice a note stuck to his back. It reads, in common, "I know what you did."
Shit.
And that's where we end the session.
Well, shit.
Oops.
And if we hadn't went down the shortcut, we wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not aware that was what was down that alley.
And that is where we finish it. Unfortunately, Daz, Temerity, and Charles missed the climactic ending, so I kind of feel half wasted. I feel it was half wasted.
It was good.
But
That was cool.
there you go. And that is it for today's session. I'll see if Daz and Charles do come back just to catch them up and give them a minute. Just see if they do anything.
Have you worked out me gloves yet, by the way?
As in what? I'm not sure what you're expecting them to do.
No, I have no idea. I was just expecting like +1 gloves or something. To be honest, I don't know.
You already have +1 gloves.
I know,
So
but that's a plus.
the only thing I'm thinking is right now, basically the idea I'm looking to roll with them is probably going to be a case of you can punch things without fear of retaliation or damage back. So if you punched a fire elemental, you're going to be fine, kind of thing.
Okay.
Whereas if you punched a fire elemental right now, you're probably going to hurt your hand. Or if you
What,
punch
with
something
leather gloves on?
what?
With leather gloves on?
Fire elementals are pretty hot.
Okay.
Leather, it's not great. It's protecting you a little bit, but not as much. If you say punched a mephit, you're gonna have it's gonna have no effect on you. So that's kind of where I'm going, and then you can add your fiery enchantment onto them.
Alright.
Ellen gets his +1 warhammer.
Can I? It might be too late now, but is it possible to change it so that I get +1 to the attack roll instead of the damage?
Get both.
Oh right, cool.
Yeah, so +1 gives you, if you were to look at it from on doing the weapon side of things, all you do is just if you put one in, so I've just gone to yours on the character sheet, you go to weapons. If you just add 1 to the magic bonus, you'll see the 2 hit and the damage bonus both go up. You see that?
Oh, wicked! Yeah.
So you get
Do I already have +1 on both?
let's have a look at yours.
I think I gave myself.
You've got +1 to the hit, but not the damage. Oh, sorry. You're meant to have +1 to hit, but not that. No, you had +1 to both, but it wasn't magic. So with Ellen's, it becomes magic damage.
Cool.
So +1 because it's magic item, you get magic damage. With Corey's, yours was +1 to both, but you didn't get the magical effect with it because they were just leather gloves.
Okay, so if you put that in magic bonus, it gives you +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Yes, which is what you've got on your gloves.
Awesome. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and then Temerity's got his magic bow and some magic arrows still. Sai's got his sword, which I told him to have a look at, and he didn't. So he doesn't get the bonus. Daz has got his ring and his magic dagger, and at the moment, not Rindar. Is it Rindar?
Kindar.
Kinder Bueno has nothing, but you have your right damage.
Yeah.
But as I said, you'll reach a stage later on, probably a couple of episodes from now, where you might have access to things that you would normally have access to. If that makes sense, if you remember what I told you before.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Daz is coming back.
No.
He's still in the game, but we'll have to kind of leave it at that. And yeah, so hope you all enjoyed it. That is time now anyway. It's a 4-hour session.
Yeah.
We shall meet again in 2 weeks' time. I believe this has worked this time, so this has been recorded, fully recorded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack it on YouTube. So if you feel free to pop on and watch it. And just stop the stream. Stop the